Yo, 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 what's going on, good people? It is Thursday, and we are the No Name Podcast where no name can describe this greatness. My name is William Basham, and in the house we got
Nick Alexander here.
What up? You got A Dot?
How's it going? Ed, off cam Ed for another session.
off Ed for another session.
For another session.
That sounds like a
Work
conspiracy
It's
counselor. A
like-
conspiracy counselor.
I'm here to
It's like that creepy engineer that be in the studio.
Right.
I'm here
therapeutic
for
though.
another session. I
It's
need you. To, I
therapeutic.
need you to do that again.
Right.
Get it right this time.
Therapeutic. He said it's therapeutic.
The couples come in, he'd be like, so you.
That's cool.
Little AI.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, good people?
Full squad. Full squad
What
back.
up?
In
Yes.
effect,
First-
in
yeah.
effect.
The full
Full
squad.
squad is back.
Yes.
We here.
How are you,
Today.
Ed?
I'm good.
Been good.
Been a little tired. but
Okay.
So far, so good.
Town beating you up?
Yeah, man. But I still love it. I love it. I love
All
the
right.
weather
I love
around here.
time,
love
too.
As
the
long as you
people.
love it.
Yeah, I love the vibe.
What you say?
I love
Sounds
time,
I
too.
love it.
I love ties.
I love it. Oh
Man,
my God.
so yeah, it was MLK this week, MLK week. Anybody
Yes.
do anything for the
Celebrating?
holiday? Anything fun?
Well, I didn't
Celebrate?
go to a party or a flyer that had MLK being used with the "I Have a Dream" speech or him with a do rag. I avoided. I didn't see too many of those either. I think niggas will finally understand that we shouldn't be using MLK likeliness like that to
That's
promote
what I'm
parties.
saying.
So
They're like, yo, it's MLK. It's gonna be thirsty nights. Like you be like, what?
Thursday nights.
I had a dream of jungle fever. Like,
Right.
no. Chill out. man.
Hilarious.
No.
So
That was one of his dreams, though.
yeah, just no, it's cool. Like I think he gets great promotion. And it's not even like that, but just to celebrate his legacy, like you see,
Yeah.
like the NBA.
Yeah.
Obviously, they really take a time to recognize MLK. They'll play
did.
speeches throughout the day and little cut up clips, and so when
They
you
do
watch
that.
the games, you're seeing
I
that.
actually went to a game on MLK.
Mhm.
Which one?
I went to the Laker Utah game.
Oh, okay. Was
And-
that the
Oh,
game
okay.
with us?
Russ
yacked it on?
Yam, bro, I was out my seat. like,
Yeah, how
I
Going
seen that
crazy.
over Gober. Oh man, that shit went up.
It's showing up.
Cause I
Oh,
mean, we
wow.
know Russ can do shit like that. It was just
Yeah,
like
he done it in a while.
casual, but yeah. And then who he did it on? The freaking Gober.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dunk on a 7-footer like that. Just
Did that
knock
for
him.
Martin
Like,
Luther.
When people be
For
sharing
Martin Luther.
pictures of MLK,
Yeah.
Martin Luther dunk.
right.
I noticed they're sharing more pictures of him like looking more lit. Like he has like flamingo shirts and he's doing like they got poses. It's not Photoshop. Like he's just looking like he's having fun. And I'm
Right.
kind of like that's cool because growing up it was always the serious and
That
the
black
suits,
suit.
the
Yeah.
The serious.
preaching.
I
you
need
know.
that suit where you're on the usher board. Like.
Right.
Your board.
Yeah.
all
Did you-
black.
How many book reports did you do where MLK was that you picked?
I mean, I was pretty versatile.
Oh,
I mean, I tried it, but because that's all they want to teach us. But I was kind of outside the grain.
I was always trying to do him
Yeah.
because he was because his
It's easy.
day is near my birthday, so
Yeah,
we're
okay.
like 3 days apart.
yeah.
So it was just easy to just get into MLK. like-
Malcolm, I was all up in there.
Yeah.
Malcolm
Everybody but,
X,
you know,
Booker T. Washington.
every
I
year-
was
Every
there.
year.
Every year I think I did MLK. But you remember I went to Catholic school, so
Right.
we couldn't do Malcolm.
Really?
I must say
they,
that's-
Word?
that's
they
all
were,
they taught
was
you.
banning
They wouldn't let
Malcolm?
you?
they weren't banning it, but
Oh,
you said I'm
wow.
gonna do Malcolm. Be like,
Right.
no,
hesitate.
Has to be
you know.
MLK.
Edward, I would suggest maybe finding another African American.
Could you imagine
How
cutting your
about
teacher?
Martin Luther? You did one so great last year.
It's all
You
the
know,
same
just-
one.
You know?
Let's just
I-
perpetuate the same black people.
Yeah, right.
And then you just look at your teacher and be like, "I'm gonna do my report by any means necessary."
They weren't having that.
It's crazy
Oh
how
my
you
God,
just like
Catholic
the
church.
more you learn and grow up and shit, you more like, yo, these people is really shutting out
Yeah.
Malcolm like that.
Yeah.
And granted,
Yeah.
you gotta love what Martin did, but they only bring up the parts and where Martin is just speaking about like
Wholesome.
unification, but they never talk about how he started not erasing what he said before, but kind of like he felt some regret. He expressed regret, and he said, I might have
Yeah.
Put
Put
pushed
us
for
in
the
a
wrong
worse
thing, in a
situation.
worse
Yeah.
situation this way, but they never like show those speeches or it's hard to see those. So it's
Yeah.
very like conflicting. And when you think about just how they both the learning about his assassination, where
Right.
he did actually survive the attempted shot.
And he got-
It was
Took
when
him
he got
out.
into the hospital.
Took 'em out.
They was
they
like,
pushed the
"Oh,
bullet
we
through,
didn't do
or
the
they-
job." Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "The job not done
They
yet."
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta finish this.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
sad.
crazy to me. You know.
Can't-
That's crazy.
Shout out to Mr. Chico. Until I reached Mr. Chico was like 7th grade. He actually showed us the Malcolm X
Really?
with
The movie?
Denzel. Yeah. He said he closed the lights.
He
He's
did
like,
a sneak job.
yep.
Okay.
He was like, said, "Don't tell me
Y'all-
the truth." He said,
y'all
"I'm
watch
sure you
Malcolm
got
X at
something real."
school?
You know, and
Don't
he
tell.
showed us.
That's
yeah.
great. So y'all
Unless you
spent
had
3
one-
hours. How long?
man,
Was
I'm
the
about to
class?
say, unless you had to
Nah,
watch
it
that for
was
3
Catholic
days.
school. He didn't
Oh,
care.
okay.
He was like, he shut the lights, put the tape in. You know,
I'm just saying that
they brought
movie's
the
mad
TV.
long. So
Don't
like,
tell.
So long. Y'all went to
That's
lunch and
funny.
came back.
Yeah.
Had recess, came back.
That's
We
like
watched
if
the
you're-
whole thing that day.
that's
Wow.
like if your teacher
Oh,
was like,
wow.
"Hey,
Mind
this-
blowing it must have been.
Yeah.
today we
Yeah.
gonna start Jackson the American Dream." Like you be watching that movie all week.
Oh yeah, that was
It's
The-
like 5
I haven't
days.
seen Selma. That was
was
an
good.
adaptation of a period
Oh, yeah.
of Martin Luther King.
It
But
was
I
funny.
did
I
watch.
didn't watch it either.
There
You
was
a-
a,
watch it?
I'm considering it now.
Yeah, watch
It
it.
was a
guys.
Well, I'm
really
not
good.
saying
It
I
was a
wasn't
very
considering. I
good
just didn't
film.
get to it. Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't
There's
see
still
that.
there's still time. He's still
Yeah.
young.
Still
Yeah.
time.
He's still young. Hilarious.
There was but there was also another. There was an HBO film in like 1990 2000 starring Jeffrey Wright, and it was called Boycott, and that was more focused about the bus boycott
Bus boycott,
with him
yeah.
and Rosa
Oh,
Parks
wow.
in Montgomery, Alabama. So that was a pretty good one. I watched that version, and yeah, man, Jeffrey Wright, he did his thing.
Good.
I forgot what's his name who did Selma.
I know you're talking about it's the English
David
actor.
Oswego.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Yeah.
pronounce that.
Forgive me, David,
Yeah.
for
I
saying
can't
your
pronounce
name
his
wrong.
last name.
Yeah.
But he's a really, really good actor,
Yeah.
and I know that I'm sure that was focused on a different.
Yeah, what
period
they
in his life.
paid more credence to was the. I hope I'm not gonna spoil it.
No,
You guys know
it,
the story.
it happened
Yeah,
already.
I
like-
I
It's
mean,
been a while,
it's
yeah.
MLK. If
Yo,
there's
does-
anything in it that I don't
Did
know
he die
about-
at the end? Like, no, yes,
Right.
nigga.
Yeah, they go through all that, but
Said he
they
messed
laid a lot of emphasis on showing
Martin
how
King
they were
lived.
going to use the TV networks
Ah.
to show how the injustice is going on. Because at the bridge where they were attacked, he said they knew that all the TV stations would be filming the protest.
Yeah.
So and they knew that the cops were going to use dogs and fire hoses to attack them. And they said that everybody's going to be watching. Let's use this to
To
use this
change the
moment.
narrative. And,
Exactly.
But so
Yeah.
what happens? Did that execute, or is it because he died? It didn't happen.
No. When they marched,
When they
got
started marching,
attacked,
they
and
did
then
the pro-
all
oh, okay.
the whole country
Countries.
saw it because TV was going nationwide at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broadcasting was nationwide.
It was huge.
So
Smart
everybody
tactics,
around.
man.
Mhm.
That's why you need a
got
team to
smarter.
strategize.
Right?
Like,
Yeah. But there's a lot of people.
good.
It's not just Martin Luther King. There was a figure who died last year. He marched with Martin.
The congressman?
yeah.
Or,
Oh,
yeah.
He lived a
yeah.
long
Oh, yeah,
time. What's his
I
name?
forgot his name.
I'm forgetting.
I
his
can see his face,
He
but
got
I can't remember his name.
the Purple Heart too, right? Didn't they give him a Purple Heart or something?
I'm
that I'm not sure.
Not the
but I
Purple Heart,
can't quote it.
the honorary, the presidential
Yeah.
Medal of Honor or something like
Is
that.
it John something?
Cena.
Not John.
The ball guy, right? He's bald.
Well, I don't know. No, he still has some hair. Damn, what's the brother's name? Alicia's
This is,
getting the information. She's pulling it up
Right.
because I don't want to
Butcher
get
this
his name.
person's
Butcher
name.
his name.
Is it John Lewis?
Yeah, John
John
Lewis,
Lewis.
Congressman.
Oh, yeah.
Congressman.
Civil rights hero, yeah.
Yeah, he marched with Malcolm.
Yeah.
He was around around
Martin
for a
Luther
long
King.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout outs to MLK, man. Thank you.
MLK,
You know,
yes.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
civil rights.
If
we
it wasn't
needed
for
that.
you, we wouldn't get that.
I know
random-
for sure I didn't have I wouldn't have had the guts to walk through the South and risk.
Me neither. I don't like dogs like that. I don't want them eating.
So I don't like dogs.
I
like
get mad
that.
when
I don't
dogs
like
shed,
fire.
so
I
I
don't
know-
like fire
Yeah.
hydrants.
Yeah, I
Dogs
don't like
running after
dogs
me
and
with
hoses.
and they're encouraging the dog. Yo, go get that
Man.
nigga. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
You seen the strength of a fire hose?
And then you're
yeah.
wet. A dog's bite hurts
Yeah.
10 times more worse when your leg is wet.
So you get hosed, then you get bit.
and you get bitten.
Some of
That
them,
shit wild.
yeah.
When I was a
Wow.
kid, we were they had like the fire people come in for like one of our it was like summer camp, everybody running around. They pulled the thing out to show it, and they went and did that shit up in the air, and that thing went up like 70 plus feet, and I was like, so if somebody's in close range, boy.
Yeah.
I think
And
about
that-
Oh, wow.
like, just
The-
to think about like how much pressure that is, like
and also
That's a lot.
everybody who also stood tall with MLK deserves some credence because of the temperament, the patience. I mean, to go to restaurants you sit in and you're risking these motherfuckers throwing shit at you.
and you just
Like-
gotta sit there and take it.
Yeah.
And sit there and take it.
I don't know
His
if
whole
this,
thing
Take it.
if this Instagram
nonviolent.
TikTok generation could deal with. We'd be just doing dances about how we not gonna get pied in the face.
was- well,
Man,
the whole nonviolence thing now is definitely out the window.
It's out the window. It's
Yeah.
definitely getting violent.
Yeah, because that whole
Yeah.
George Floyd is the perfect example. There was not going to be no nonviolent.
Did you hear what
protest.
Biden said about what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floyd? He said what George Floyd did might have been more impactful than MLK.
Well, because we were burning shit down. I think that's what he meant.
Well, how his death
he
was more impactful.
was
than
more impactful than MLK because of what.
what happened.
know,
he
conversations
definitely
and-
wasn't no civil rights leader, but
Yeah, that's a weird statement. He
That
didn't.
is
It
kinda
is.
weird,
George Floyd
People,
did
there
more
was
for
backlash
dying.
online for it.
So let's
That
take
is
a
kinda
let's take a
weird.
poll over under Kamala helped with that speech. Let's
Definitely
y'all
not.
prepared with
She had
that?
to.
She had nothing to do with that.
No.
Vice president had nothing. Had no collaboration. No credit to what he had to say about that. Or was that a question he was asked and he answered? That?
I like Joe Biden,
Okay.
but
Fuck him.
he's still a white man. He's not taking any advice from any black woman, whether she's vice president or even
So
his wife.
scandal is not real.
I don't care,
What
huh?
you're saying?
I don't think she
He said
contributed to
scandal's
that.
not real.
Okay.
Kerry Washington wasn't over there.
Olivia Pope.
What you're saying is-
Olivia Pope didn't take
Gotcha.
over. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think.
Wait, you know,
Yeah.
scandal was actually real.
No.
Dead ass.
Scandal.
Yeah, it was based on true events.
It was.
It was-
based
Whoa.
on-
You guys remember the Bill? Was
So
it,
which
was it Bill
president?
Which
Clinton?
president?
Was it Clinton?
Couldn't have been Clinton.
No.
yeah.
No,
Was
it
it-
definitely
No,
wasn't.
no, no.
Clinton, yeah.
Yeah, with the dress, right? The sperm on the dress thing, right?
Oh, you're talking about.
So if y'all remember
President Clinton.
if y'all remember the press conference, it was a black woman who went up and made the press conference about it. That's what that show was based on. It was based
But
on
hold
her.
on. Olivia Pope was sleeping with the president. She was also
You
sleeping
talking about the show?
in the show.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole show,
Oh,
but I know that
yeah.
the character from the show is actually based on a
It's
real
adapted
person.
from.
Oh,
That's,
that
that's a real
Pope.
person.
So there was a black woman who
Oh.
worked in the White House who had been.
That was her
having
job.
an affair.
She was a fixer for the White House. Judy, say her name again.
Judy
Judy Smith. Thank
Okay.
you, sis.
You think Bill? Bill, did you fuck Judy? Sorry. Did you do something? You
Bill
think?
played the saxophone. He fucked everything
Bill
that came
kinda
up
got
in there.
down probably.
I mean, we
I
get
mean-
Monica, so why not a black woman
Yeah,
who
I
might have
could see
had,
Bill.
you know?
Kudos, Bill.
Are you sure it was Bill Clinton or was it another president?
Was it?
The first
Bush.
one?
Oh, okay, I
The fir-
believe
the-
that.
but
Condoleezza
senior,
Rice,
right?
because he definitely slept with Condoleezza.
First
Or
Bush,
junior.
not junior.
Condoleezza.
Oh, my bad. Oh, never
George
mind.
Bush Senior. Edward was ready to pounce
Ed
on
was ready to go
Man.
in.
young G Dub.
Yeah, no, he was like.
He was ready to pounce on young G
Definitely.
Dub.
George, I know you slept with condoms. Definitely slept with
Really?
condoms. Definitely.
Is that a conspiracy? Or that's
Is
just a
that,
hunch.
That he wore a condom?
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
He sure did. You can't tell me he didn't.
Oh.
You can't tell me he didn't. Come on, man.
I don't know how this relates to MLK. We got sidetracked.
Yeah, I was like-
we just.
My bad.
Shout out to Dr. King and your
MLK,
legacy.
Olivia
Oh.
Pope.
Oh, that's good, that's
The
Olivia Pope.
comparisons is outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some Olivia Pope fans.
Oh, that was such a good show too.
Scandal.
Yeah.
My mom watched.
What's funny is
was a-
I didn't
was a
finish it,
Scandal
but I
head.
got up to like, I'm right entering like the 5th season.
You watching it now?
No,
Like,
no,
kinda
I
here and
had
now?
watched it, but I had
Uh,
stopped and I just hadn't
How
gotten
many
back to
seasons?
it.
Scandal went like 7, 8 seasons, right? 7.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When
There
she
you go.
started
was in the
sleeping with the
5th.
president, I was just like, stop patronizing me. You know, so then I stopped watching it. I felt
That was like
being
season 1?
patronized.
Yeah, that was in the beginning.
No, it was like season
I know,
Ed, that was
right?
season
He
1,
all
Ed.
stopped
No, right
at
from the
that.
get-go,
No,
she
it's
was
like
fucking.
She
Yeah,
was smashing from rip. Ed.
yeah, literally.
Yes, Ed.
First episode.
First
Bang,
episode. Yes,
bang,
Edward.
out
That's
the gate.
the whole thing is that she's in a relationship with the president,
Oh,
but can't.
I don't
So
remember
he-
that.
But don't want a
What
family.
scandal were you watching?
I don't remember
Scandal. He
that.
was watching some other scandal.
Right.
Edward is resisting the factual information
Right.
that has been provided.
I
He was
don't
watching
remember that.
Scandal from
I
the
know they
National
were sneaking
Enquirer.
around still 3rd season, no?
Edward, it started in the pilot.
It started in
Oh, shit.
scandal.
It started, right, man.
First
That was
episode,
it,
bro.
man.
Oh,
Maybe.
my bad.
he
And then it was
came
just
in.
all about
Scandal.
these
That's
dynamics
funny.
playing out. But from that was the driving force of the show. Because hence the word scandal.
I
didn't
didn't
get
understand that.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Maybe you should
Maybe you
should
left
show
the
them the
room.
pilot when you guys.
What old boy say?
I'm gonna
Somebody should show Ed the pilot.
I
I'm
never
gonna rewatch
knew.
The Tony Baker.
Yeah, Tony
thing.
Baker,
watch
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
That's jokes.
That's funny.
So yeah, we got into some stuff with the playoffs or whatever. Oh, you guys brought up Kanye and Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa, you kind of want to touch on that a little bit? What was
Uh,
going on with the birthday parties and
yeah. So
Yeah.
I saw the clip. She's not letting him
Kanye?
see the kids?
Yeah.
He was driving
Well,
around
it
L.A. or
was- he was driving
Calabasas
around. He
somewhere.
called her out because she didn't invite him to Shia's birthday.
Why?
And then he called Tristan. Tristan wouldn't give him the address because Chloe told
Chloe
not
was
to.
there.
And then
And then
Travis
he's calling
came.
it out,
Tristan
and
get
then
fucked, though.
Travis finally came through because Stormy, his daughter, was also having the birthday party with her, and then he gave the address. So then later on, Kanye basically said that, shout out to Travis for
Yeah.
giving it up.
I'd
But
be hot.
I mean, should he?
He
have
said
been invited
security.
there? Yeah, and security
Yes.
wasn't. Security wasn't.
No,
gonna
by
let him
every
in
Kim
till
Kim
Kylie
did
let
a
him
massive
in.
text saying don't give the address to Kanye.
Yeah.
Clearly, that was a group text
So-
about don't give Kanye the address. But
Yeah.
I'm
Travis
just trying to
like,
figure out
all
why
right.
though, because I mean I get like other scenarios, but for his kid, like he can't see his kid's birthday or.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
he
the
should've went.
voices, is getting ugly, and Kanye's, you see him out and about. He's going to trash LA parties with these white
Right,
celebrities.
he was at a party
His
with
girlfriend, right?
who, Madonna,
Madonna,
Floyd, who else?
Floyd.
So that doesn't mean
Antonio
you can't
Brown.
see a kid.
Like,
We just talking
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
I don't know we don't know what's going on inside.
don't
Would
know.
make the mother say, "Hey, don't give out the birthday address."
The birthday address, yeah.
The address for the birthday party.
I know he's crazy. He's
And he's
He's
apparently he's a little mad
bipolar.
that Kim
Yeah.
and Pete
Yeah.
Davidson, really kicked
Was
him.
Yeah.
Pete Davis there?
I like that
Nah,
song.
I don't know if he was there.
They didn't say
They're
he
not gonna
was.
let
He
you
might have
know.
been working.
Man, I don't
Might
even
have
think they
been.
were really dating, to be honest.
No, they did.
They said they
Who?
nah,
Kim
nah.
and Pete?
Yeah,
Yes.
they together.
I have a very, very strong sources that
Okay.
confirm for me.
Well, Kim,
Yeah.
let me tell you
They
something.
together.
Pete got a dirty dick. You got to be very careful.
What?
Nah, he's got
Very
a Bible.
careful
He's
with
got
that.
a
Coming
Bible
back
source.
with
Staten
on a
Island.
vengeance today.
He's from Staten
You
Island.
got a dirty dick. So
It's from
you
Staten
better be
Island.
careful.
Hilarious.
He's been with a lot
Have
of
you seen the
chicks.
first
Yeah,
Purge?
tell you.
Like,
Yeah.
You got to be very careful.
A lot
I've known
of-
Pete
a
since he was
lot of-
16 years
Oh,
old.
my bad,
lot
Nick.
of
That's
pretty-
your friend?
You don't remember? No.
Oh,
I forgot.
It's gonna out
I'm
him.
not. I'm not. I'm not.
hey,
I'm
you
not
can't
gonna
come
cap.
back. You can't come back on the conspiracy.
No,
like-
you don't have to take it. You have to walk anything back. I'm not gonna cap and say we're friends, but me and Pete, we've worked together. I've known him for a long time. Stand up,
Pete,
in
I didn't
comedy.
mean that.
We were.
Now he's on Pete. I didn't
Nah,
You
don't
know
get
what I'm
soft
saying?
now. Say
And
that
I'm
shit.
cool with Pete. Ed, he's not gonna hear this shit. And even if he does, this is all
That
good.
Pete call in like, "Hey, nigga, I'm listening."
Well, we all know.
Hey,
Like,
Ed.
Nah, but Pete's good. Pete's good people's. I've seen him go from shy kid to just swagger. I can get any chick I want when I do my
smashing
Okay.
Kim
Pete thing.
Kardashian.
But you
Yeah.
know and I know.
What's up?
Niggas from Staten Island got dirty dicks. So you know and I know that.
Actually, I didn't know, Ed. You're telling. I
Hey,
found
so
it out
Ed,
today.
From up,
Yo.
this is.
I
Hey,
I mean,
I
I
know
figured
that.
some of the
Nah,
Wu-Tang
nah.
had dirty dicks. I mean,
Wu-Tang, I
but
Okay,
ODB.
but
I'm just gonna say from a conspiracy standpoint, do you know
Oh.
firsthand? Like, do you
listen,
you know firsthand
I don't
that
know
they got dirty dicks?
firsthand, but that's the word on the street in New York. Niggas in Staten Island got dirty
Don't hook
dicks.
up with the Staten
So
Island.
you know that
Hilarious.
and I know.
Hilarious.
here's what I say.
Nah,
So that's why
Everybody
that's why they.
I say there's a little bit of a because the thing that I've always known about Pete is that like from just watching him on stage and how people were around him, there was always a presence to him that drew in people. Like there's just the way he
Yeah.
gravitates
He's got a
people, even
quirkiness.
if it's some of the self-loathing, some of the just blunt, the way when she speaks or how he moves. There's just something about him that people are into. And when he got into his confidence, he started making money, started getting more successful. That shit just gravitates. And he's been relatively famous, maybe almost 10 years now. So.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you're dealing with celebrity women and people just hear shit, so obviously, there's the curious eye that goes
Yeah.
out there. So from
He's
Ariana
dated a lot
Grande
of-
to
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Good work.
what's
Good
her name
work,
from
Pete.
the vampire movies?
Oh yeah,
Vampire
he dated her
Diaries?
too.
Um,
Was it the Vampire Diaries? Or
No,
was
no,
it-
no, the Underworld.
Underworld.
Oh, Kate Beckinsale.
Oh,
Kate
yeah,
Beckinsale.
He
Yeah.
dated her too.
Yeah,
The British lady.
yeah,
Yeah.
So he got he done been around the block. If you were on the block, people talk about
I feel like
when they was on that
I feel like
block.
when you get up to a certain point, it's just like casual. Like you casually just come across people. Like you
And
fine, I don't look good.
he's
but
a
we
Yeah.
6'3" Italian dude with like black lips. So you just
here.
he has a big shoe size. So I put two and two together. That's probably like you say, probably slanging that.
Yeah,
He probably out there slanging.
that's what I heard.
He's slanging dirty dick. Huh?
I'm not gonna call my acquaintance Pete's dick dirty, but
I'm just talking. I don't know nothing
My
about
bad.
the guy. Props to him for doing what he
Pete,
does.
I'm just talking shit, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm
If
just
he
talking.
roasted
Nah.
like he go-
hey, man,
Hilarious.
Do not.
I can only do so much
Nigga
damage
count.
He's
control.
not gonna.
Right. Gosh.
But yeah, I think that
Man,
I mean, like I said, we don't know
Yeah.
the inner workings of what's going on with Kim and Kanye, but like
Yeah.
we do know people who have tried to shun somebody out of a birthday party, and how'd that go? Group text,
Right.
hey, don't give up the
Yeah.
don't give up the address to
Don't
this
give
dude.
up the address.
But it's crazy that Kanye, who
Just
never
Travis-
gets on social media and does videos for that matter,
Right.
like he'll just tweet on some threads
Yeah.
and go ham for like 2 days, and
He was
then
reaching out.
that
all
Reaching
come
around.
up with a new
out.
album and then go back into oblivion, and then he was
He should have
actually
known
on
he could
video.
get it from Travis Scott. He don't make the
Yeah.
greatest decisions. Like,
Now they ain't gonna give Travis the address no more.
They're not gonna give it to him no more.
Yeah.
nah,
they
they be
okay.
like Travis.
They're
That's why
gonna-
you got
they're gonna give it
Travis.
to
That's
him.
why you got booted from Coachella. Like,
They're
Yeah.
gonna give it to him and then take his phone
They're gonna take
when
his
he
phone.
when he
his
gets
phone.
there. He said, give me the
Give it to
fucking
him.
phone.
I just can't. I be
Tristan.
thinking like, wow, I can't believe Kim and Kanye really have 4 kids together. Like that's like mind
Insane.
blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a smart.
She didn't
business
push all them
decision.
out though. She only pushed 3 out.
I think, yeah, she
Yeah,
only had
2.
one.
I
and
think
then
But
she
she has
only
some
did
no,
two.
surrogates,
maybe
right?
2, and it had 2
Just 2.
surrogates.
The
Oh, the other
surrogates,
two
yeah.
were the
Yeah.
surrogate.
Surrogates, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the first two.
The
But it's still
surrogate
their
thing?
genes, their genetics.
Yeah.
It's their
Yeah.
genetics. just
Did you
don't-
guys see?
Somebody else.
I'm not sure if it's Twitter or Instagram, but one of them
Mhm.
pulled up an old message from Amber Rose.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
recent. That was recent.
Yeah, that pretty much said, I think, let me know when the Kardashians are done with you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this is like from like 2010, I
It was
think.
like from no, it was like from 20. Oh, maybe
It was
20. I thought
before.
it
It was
2015.
old as shit.
before
It's
the
years ago.
Kardashians.
It's years
It was
ago.
years
This is
ago.
years ago. This is
Yeah.
old as shit. And somebody found it and pulled that up.
It was in like
Put it back
02.
on blast.
Like she called
Not
it
for
out.
nothing.
she
That was
called
his
it.
type. I think
She
that
did.
She
was
knew.
his.
She knew that he was into Kim
Yeah.
back
Oh,
then.
she knew.
Right.
Because he even spoke about it. He always like you used to talk
But
about Kim
Amber
like
was
that.
like
Yeah.
good for him. I think Amber was like, think about the music that Kanye was making when he was with Amber. That was his muse. I don't care what anybody says. Kim is not.
That was 808 Heartbreak
That
and
was,
Dark
uh,
Twisted.
huh?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen
Dark
the
Twisted was
video,
fire.
Yeah,
Runaway?
that was.
I have. Yeah, a long time ago though.
You remember the video
Yeah.
Runaway? You remember that?
Yeah.
Where the girl is she's changed into a bird basically in the
Kind of
video.
like Black Swan.
Yeah.
That video was
Black
about
Swan
Amber
was
Rose.
wild.
See?
He was
Think about the.
he was basically saying like
Creative.
he couldn't take
She might have been
a
his
bird
niece.
and
Mhm.
take her into Hollywood because she came from a different lifestyle. That's
Yeah, she
what he
was
was
from the-
explaining
That's
in the
fucked
video.
up.
From
But
the hood in
still,
Philly.
it was creative. It was very
Can't
creative.
turn her into a housewife. That's what he was saying basically.
And she actually did become a housewife for a little bit. Like she grew. He just was impatient.
For a little bit, nah, she was
No,
on.
she was a
on
housewife
stand.
What are you
like 2
talking
months.
about? For
She was on
Wiz. She
standby.
was down for Wiz.
Nah,
Nah.
Yes, she
wasn't.
was.
She was banging bros. And she,
She was a
Oh,
hoe.
yeah,
Hey,
really?
Yo,
Nick, she was a hoe on standby.
Yeah.
She was,
You don't think Wiz was either?
I mean, Wiz was doing what Wiz do.
But
Yeah.
hey man, I see Amber at home with the baby. I'm thinking, hey, she's doing.
Listen, let me tell
Being
you
a
something.
mom.
Amber was good for Kanye.
okay.
not good for Wiz.
No. Because look, if Amber was sticking her fingers in this guy's tail and holding a secret,
Well, she didn't hold the secret that long because
she
you know
said
about
she's
it.
putting 2 in there. Right?
Right, yeah. We remember
Yeah.
that. We remember that.
We missed you, Ed.
You
Welcome
did,
back.
yeah.
I wasn't
And
ready
not
for
telling
this.
no one.
Right.
And it came out, was it years after?
Yeah.
What she did it on the
'Cause she got
radio or she did it on Instagram?
No, she tweeted it.
Yeah.
No, she
Because
did it
he
after
said
he
something.
shitted on her on the
After
Breakfast
he
Club when he
shitted,
talked
yeah.
about
Yeah,
how
he said
she had
he
to take he had to
had
take
to
3
take
showers
showers.
or whatever.
But if he didn't say that, she wasn't gonna say nothing.
Right.
She's gonna keep
Man,
it
that's
a
what you
wrap.
get for talking crazy.
That was.
He was on some rock star shit with her.
Yep. So
Hey
So
man,
you're
was
saying Amber was good for
Whatever,
him?
Ed.
She
it was
was
good for
free.
the music was different.
Yeah.
The
with
music.
Kim's music, let's see. Kim is.
When I found out it was 2 Fingers that was making that music.
Come on, fam.
Somebody get Kanye 2 Fingers.
So you saying Kim? She was just giving him knuckles.
Man,
Regressed
Derek.
the knuckles.
She was,
Listen, Kim,
Kim
I
ain't
think
giving nothing.
Kim is a germaphobe. Probably
Hey,
she
we
would probably
up here,
never
we
put
live,
fingers
y'all.
in there. But
Not 2 fingers.
her nails done.
she not even. I don't think she was doing
Man.
any of that.
But Amber was willing.
I
Amber is
think
a
so.
secret pervert.
Think about it. Think about it, guys.
So I'm
Amber
trying to
is
think.
a
All right,
secret
Now we
let's
gonna
compare the
think
music.
Kanye
So
gonna find you 2 fingers.
when Kanye was just dabbling, there was college dropout late registration with
Yep.
and
Yeah.
graduation when he was just dolo out in the
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah.
He gets with Amber, then we get 808 Heartbreak, and then Mike Duck Twisted.
That
Yeah.
my dog twisted.
Yeah.
That's 2 fingers. Yeah.
And then Kim,
That's 2 fingers. Yep.
I think he was probably single Watch the Throne, or he was just dating Kim maybe then.
And then that's when.
Then there was
It's
Yeezus. Then there was Yeezus is Kim
Yeezus
for
is
sure
Kim,
because she was
yeah.
in the
she was in everything.
the Wolf video or whatever. And then
Yeah.
there was Pablo, Life of Pablo.
No, you're forgetting.
after Yeezus was Life of Pablo.
We turning
what-
in
what?
August.
Okay, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
Life of Pablo was the one after that, and then the rest since these last 4 or 5 years have been up and down depending on what you into. Yeah, I guess
Donda.
that was his best
That
pocket.
was his muse.
2 fingers. All right.
Fingers.
Two
There.
fingers.
Yes.
Leave it
2
at
Two
that.
fingers.
fingers.
So that's Kanye's new name. We got 2 chains
We
and 2
got 2
fingers.
fingers.
I'm learning a lot.
Quarter
2
day.
fingers on the mic. Might even use the mic too.
Let me ask you guys this: if there was a proven theory that 2 fingers will bring out the best in your work, or whatever your respective fields are you letting your significant other do it? So
It's for
engineer,
Man,
writer, actor,
man, what's funny
conspiracy
is
theorist,
No.
it makes sense. but
political
I'm thinking,
science
Ain't no-
major.
ain't
No, I'm
She
thinking about the
Anonymous.
people who are
so
successful
scandal,
right
ain't
now,
no
and you know it
2
makes
fingers.
sense.
You think if
I
that
should throw
if that
some other
2
names
fingers
in here, but-
is
Man, Tyler
Tyler
Perry,
Perry.
nigga Diddy.
if 2 fingers is
Let me chill,
making
let me chill.
Bad Boy in the Family,
Yeah, that was a given.
Every count.
the Ready
2
album,
Fingers, he was-
2 Fingers made that
Fist.
Ready album.
Mm.
Those
Two Fingers, the first Matrix.
That was the first note.
The first Matrix. Two fingers.
She put the fingers up. He
Nah.
said, "Can we talk?"
She
And
said-
then all of a sudden it was ready.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready.
That was tough music, guys. We're not gonna have that Kanye no more.
Off cam ish.
I
Somebody
don't
said
know. I
you a
don't think
mess.
so.
Unless he gets 2 fingers.
I mean,
again.
look, man. He for at least he's been around almost 20 years now. 15 of those was great music. It's hard to
Great.
go past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, most people we know
I
don't
mean,
have
he's-
a good 5 years. He had a great 10 to 15.
His
so-
musical genius is
Yeah,
undeniable.
so
It's
even
just
if we
some of
don't
his
get,
decision
I won't even be mad if we can't get another album to like, those early days because
College Dropout or My Dark Twisted
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just the
That was a
time.
beast-ass
He was
album.
young. I mean, I'm not saying legacy artists can't make good music.
Yeah.
Because as we're seeing now, veteran rap is in its best stage ever. With Nas,
What's going
Raekwon,
on,
and
folks? We live
Rick
right
Ross. They all can still put out really good music, but it's just not going to
Absolutely.
change the game.
now. Yeah.
I think when you're a game changer, that's obviously just when you're young because you're just going through these experiences, going through life. Success is still kind of new to you. After a certain point, I just don't think you can tap in that same creative space. But we'll see. I mean, you never know. I won't say never.
Yeah.
What happened?
That was that I'm working around, not getting hit
Oh.
in there. I said we gotta shut the
Got-
stadium.
Two
Some folks
fingers,
in
no,
here.
two
We live,
fingers up
y'all.
in
We
there,
live.
we
Y'all can't get him,
live.
but
Got
we can
you.
get right here.
Can't get him up in there. We can't get him
So-
up in there. 2 fingers.
So let's get into it. I want to just say thank you to everybody who came out Tuesday night to the Hollywood Improv.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
For
I meant to mention that in the beginning of the show. Happy birthday, happy belated
belated
birthday.
Thank you.
Nick's birthday
Happy
was on
birthday.
Tuesday, January
Yes.
18th. Brother, he had a show. It was dope.
We'll pulled up.
I pulled up. I had to go to work.
Yes.
I came in there, saw 3 sets, and had to get up out of there. But
But we did some shots
Yeah.
in that time. Will is great because Will is just like I can pop in at 45 and have a lot of fun and then dip.
right.
So he don't have to like.
I'm turning up,
Yep.
cracking jokes, meeting everybody in the corner, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
you
we
look
was by
back
the
like,
bar.
hey, where'd that guy go?
Where we go?
Nah, but people,
Y'all out.
it was a really good turnout. I was
Yeah.
really, really surprised
solid, yeah.
because, like
That's
I said,
good.
I was saying this before we started the show. To do shows now in the pandemic is really tough because,
Man.
like, you hate getting flaked out on. Like, as a comic, it's the worst thing in the world. People tell you, when's your next show? When's your next show? They say, oh, we're not coming. But when people say they don't want to go out because of COVID, I can't be mad at that. You know what I
Right,
mean?
there's no argument.
When we want to go out because
Yeah.
it's cold, I can call you a bitch, but I'm not gonna be mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's
fucking
okay.
LA.
It's LA, but it's fine.
It's LA.
So the fact that hey, people just showed up, man. Yeah, we had
folks was in there.
it was a
It
great
was
show.
smooth.
That's good.
Shout outs to all the comedians that performed. Shout outs to Nikki Paris, Sasha Mercy, to
Sasha.
Carl Williams, Vince Royale, Shakira Janae, and my boy Shang. You know, everybody just did their thing, and the show I think got better as it went along.
Yeah.
Like it just and the improv was great. They took care of my grandmother. She's in town. She pulled up to the show, so she
Yeah.
she came through
Aw.
and had herself
Who
a
was
little
the
good
dude that came
time.
up there was like, I'm going home with Nick's grandma.
Who said
Gay
that?
dude.
Oh, that was Nikki Paris.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
funny.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh man, and yes, stand up.
What up,
Stand up
Jules?
is the shit, man. So see people come out and laugh. It just
Yeah.
it always helps.
I needed
Oh,
that.
that's good.
Yeah,
I
right.
felt bad too because at my job I had to go to work late 2 nights in a row because yours and I had something to do on Wednesday but I told them like on the spot I was like, hey y'all, so tonight I'm gonna come in late again, and this time I'm gonna
Again.
come in later,
Aw,
Like,
that's
and
funny.
didn't show up at the late time I gave
See?
them.
No, you still got your
Y'all
job
late,
though,
late.
right?
I still got my
All right,
job. Y'all
cool.
listening? I
You
mean, hey, I showed up and did work last night. Did I not?
Did I not?
Like,
Still showed up.
right, I was in there.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I almost made it.
Almost made it, but hey, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. You
You
had
just-
you
yeah,
I
know,
got a
car
ticket,
power.
but I just kind of
Yeah,
didn't
you
quite
just-
make it back.
So you
all
be
the
driving
way.
back and forth.
She
like
was just
every
5
weekend to
hours
AZ
away.
in LA?
No, it
Oh.
was just those two.
Okay.
Those
What's up,
times.
Ed?
She be driving
No,
back
I was
home
saying she's
often.
all the way in Phoenix sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
All the way.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
What's
no,
how
I
long
go
is the
back.
drive?
like 5.5.
Like 5.5.
It's a nice ride.
Yeah.
It's a nice
You
ride.
do-
I got
least
a
he be-
ticket, but I just
At least he been taking that with pride. I feel like that's your meditation. She'd be like, I'm just gonna drive.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be like in the zone.
hey, you should
in
get
the
one of those.
zen.
What is it? The Fireflies where they like advertise and just for the 5 hours just be driving, advertising to nobody, like, but just get paid.
Like,
What's
man.
your what do you do for those long car trips? Like, what's your music of choice? Or do you do podcasts? You do meditation? How do you? Go
I
get
mix
to
it
your
up.
long drives.
Yeah, I mix it up,
When you
and then
mix
I
it up,
break
that's
like on a
solid,
2.5 hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
I like stop somewhere, you know.
Okay.
But I listen to like whatever, like different
Yeah, we're doing
music,
Welcome
or
to the Live.
zen out to some nice music, you know.
Zen, the fuck
Zen
yeah.
out.
Share some of the
Zen,
artists.
the fuck yeah.
It's
us
just
some
like
secrets.
it's just like
I have
some,
Don't be so
one.
embarrassed.
I have one. I have one
What's in your
choice.
playlist, girl?
I know
it's
one
just
album she has in
some,
mind.
Which one? Oh, New Kids on the
New
Block.
Kids on the
Nah,
Block, girl.
honestly.
This, hey. You
The
want to talk about
new
somebody who's been to every
meditation
concert?
music. So I listen to this album called the new meditation music sometimes.
Okay.
So it's just like zenned out, you know.
Yeah.
But
Starring
You do it
Kanye.
right
Yeah,
solo?
that's
You
it.
do it by yourself?
Yeah, she does it by
Yeah.
herself.
Wow.
pretty much.
The new Zen music
Unless
starring
somebody-
Kanye and Two Fingers.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be
But
crazy.
now I'm driving to the Bay Area in a couple weeks, and
Sounds like a
that
video.
drive,
Are you going to go up
It's
the
just
1 or the
different.
PCH? Sorry,
The 5.
the 5.
I think the 5.
The 5 is the quickest
The
route, but
5,
the
yeah, I think it's
PCH is
faster.
nice. Like
That's what I haven't done the drive to the Bay yet, but I was.
I did.
I've done 5. I drove from Tacoma, Washington, all the way down.
From
Yeah.
Tacoma?
Yeah, Tacoma,
Whoa.
Washington.
That's
It's
When
a
I-
what
when I-
drive.
12 hours?
Nah,
Oh.
it's like almost 18.
18.
Like
Yeah.
17 to
Damn.
18, yeah.
I ain't been up there. I've only been the northest I've been is San Francisco, but I've never driven. I've just flown in.
I was chilling. I mean, it took me like 3 days. I went and stopped at Sacramento, kicked it with the homies, you know, went to the Bay, and then I came down.
Got
But
you.
yeah.
Okay.
You
I
stopped in
like
Oregon or
driving,
you
though.
drove straight through?
I actually stopped to Oregon. I visited one of my friends at
Oregon.
one of the school, Oregon State. Yeah. Just because, you know,
Random shout out.
I got a lot of
I
family.
think
in
it's not
Oregon.
Oregon. It was City of Portland has the most strip clubs in this
yeah.
city.
You know, a crazy thing is I'm
Uh-huh.
not a
Random
random,
fact.
random shot.
This is
Portland,
100%.
I
I'm
never
not
would've
a strip club dude. Like the process of the
Used
money.
to be. I'm reformed.
Yeah, but I've been a handful, literally, and I went to one strip club in Portland, and it was probably the best one that I went to. And people
Oh,
say
yeah?
don't eat in strip clubs, but that one in particular was known because apparently my cousin, I ain't gonna say his name, but my cousin, he was like a regular there. Nigga knew everybody's name. He knew the owner. He said, "Yeah, man, the owner's cool, man. So when you come there, he owns a cattle ranch. They bring in the chopped meat, and then like."
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Cats own ranches out there, bro.
So yeah, he owned a cattle ranch. So like they actually had like real filet mignon, like bacon wrapped
He ate
steaks.
steak
Like
at a strip club.
Absolutely.
Wait,
did.
what? I never.
What if you
As soon as
if
he
you go
told
to
me he owned the
Atlanta?
cattle
Oh
ranch,
my
I knew he
God,
was coming
the
in filet.
steak and mashed potatoes. They
Mashed
when I used to go to
potatoes.
Sin City in New
Dance
York,
with
the
your
Okay,
chef,
hold on.
the chef,
I went
they
to strip club
hire
in New York, too.
big ass
How
chefs.
far is the kitchen from the poles, though? That's the problem.
Very far. The kitchen is like in the back room.
Man.
Because it's too close for comfort.
It's a
Nah,
lot
bro,
farther.
they have.
Hey.
When
Yeah,
I went to go
steak
to
on
Sin City in the
steak.
Bronx, yo, they had the dope ass salmon, mashed potatoes
You
and
ate
steak
fish
was
at a strip club? Absolutely. I'm gonna tell your mom.
Wait,
That's
what?
suspect,
I'm
but
gonna
yeah.
tell
You
your
tell my
mom.
mom.
Fish is
Oh,
suspect. But
lady,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell your mom. Tell your
I'm
mom.
gonna tell my mom. I'm gonna tell
Tell
your
your mom
mom.
you talking about 2 fingers on
Right.
podcast. How about that?
Right. We're talking about the Fury. I think she's more
It was
concerned.
delicious. The chef is good. They hire bomb chefs. If you go, they
You'd be
had the
surprised.
chicken fingers.
I don't
Oh
think
my
I
God!
ever-
Like they have meals. You got
Brother, how
meals.
y'all doing?
You go to
What's going
Atlanta,
on, good
it's
people?
like
We live.
it's like 5-star
I
meals
know.
in the clubs.
No, like literally in like.
It's a different day. It's
and
not like old taboo cabaret shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
with
and because
buffalo
where
sliders
I
and
went was in
nasty-
Portland.
yeah.
Portland's not like a rich
Buffalo
city.
sliders.
So like over there, they're not taxing. Like if you go to like LA or Vegas, they're like taxing up the yin yang for shit.
It's
You go to
ridiculous.
Portland, they're like
Wow.
filet mignon steak, nice side of mashed potatoes. You know,
Yeah.
veggies chilling,
Tri-tip.
$15. $15 for a full
Wow.
filet mignon. Like
Yeah. Florida.
Sounds
Oh my
sketch,
God.
guys. Sounds-
I'm
eating
still
great, you
alive.
eating
I
good.
mean,
Let me tell you something.
I don't think I
Strip clubs
ever-
in like South Florida, whatever, Atlanta in the South.
Miami or
People
yeah.
go for the food more so than the strippers. They go for the meal. They do
Yeah, I heard
business.
Magic
They
City
do
got-
business while they're having a
I
meal.
heard Magic City got good wings and shit. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get to go out
Times
to
have
Magic
changed,
City.
bro. You gotta get out. You gotta get out the house, man.
No, I'm not going
Wow.
to no strip club. Fish
I've been
at a
to strip clubs, but I never
You
had no.
eat wonderful, and then
no
you be
food.
like, yo, what was I doing?
What was I doing?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I mean, you ain't gotta go. I mean, yeah.
It's better than Roscoe's. Chicken and waffles.
I mean, that ain't hard. That ain't hard to be.
I mean, nowadays, old Roscoe's.
no
but,
offense,
yo,
no offense, but yeah.
And there's a strip club that make chicken and waffles too. They got the little brunch menu.
No.
Absolutely.
Especially if you go to like you said, like Atlanta, Magic City, you gonna get soul food. Like when you,
Yeah, man. You missing
what
out.
you mean?
Wow.
How about you? Hey, what's your strip club?
I've been to strip clubs,
food.
but I never. We ain't. We
You
ain't
never
go-
had.
we
You never
ain't-
broke bread.
We ain't going for the food.
Thank you.
Ladies are not going for the food. We're going for entertainment purposes.
Have you been to a male strip club? Like, where
Yeah,
they-
yes.
Okay.
Especially in Vegas.
Oh, you went to
Yeah.
was it
Was Kanye
Magic
there?
Mike? Or
Well,
I'm just-
Finding Magic Mike.
Finding Magic
Finding Magic Mike. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it was kind of like that.
so have you had a
little bit.
beefcake in your face?
Yeah, I mean,
You like
they
it?
have it out there.
Nick, I think
Nigga, what?
I'm asking because
If you had
it's
a
weird.
beefcake,
Because
it was kind of odd.
because
I'm not gonna lie to you, I
like
didn't know
women
what
don't
beefcake
really.
is.
There's not a lot of women who be like talking about it like proudly that they like male strippers like because girls like to
Yeah.
go to regular strip because like girls dance on them too. So
Yeah.
I'm like to see a person who's like, no, actually I like to see these niggas, seeing what they're working with. Like,
Right.
yeah, I'm trying to.
What do
know.
you say
They
to
put
a
on
male
the
stripper?
routine.
What a
Yeah, what do you say? Like, what's the shit talking that you have? Because I know guys can be inappropriate.
Okay,
so how do ladies
so-
get?
That's
Yeah.
funny. I'm
When
curious.
we were there, the guy came up to me because somebody paid for the guy, so he came up
Yeah,
to me,
strip club.
and then he starts talking to me, and I'm like, I don't want to hear you talk, yo.
You shut
He's
him
like,
down.
I'm from New Jersey. He
So?
was like going on and on. I'm
You
like,
tryna
I
meet
don't just
people.
dance. I was like,
You told him just shut the fuck up and dance. Damn, son.
dance.
All right.
Hey.
It's like, nigga, just do your job, nigga. I
What's
ain't trying to
funny
get
is
to know
I,
you.
what's funny is I
He
can see that from
was.
A Dot.
Really?
She's like nice, but she'll like look at you like when she's ready for you to be
I was
quiet. She'll be like,
"Man,
uh
come
huh.
on.
You can stop.
Let me see what you're working with.
So it's 9:30. Okay, my battery's
Yeah.
on 26%. Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Hey.
It was.
Was he good though? Was he good?
Yeah, it was.
While
did,
we're
did he
on
try
the
to like, get
topic,
your number afterwards? Or?
Yeah.
He did.
I was like, nah, it ain't that.
Did he try to
type
pick you
of-
up?
Yeah, but it ain't that type of.
You ain't
No,
trying,
you know
you ain't
that
trying to get
side.
lifted?
Nah.
You ain't trying to
She's
get
like, he was
lifted.
sweating way too much.
What's their
She's
music?
like-
What's the music that they be playing? Like dudes playlist?
I don't know. They play whatever's going on.
Because you know in
I
movies
mean,
they always
you know
just
what I
use
mean?
Genuine Pony and shit. But I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sure
Say
there's
the
different
same
songs.
thing.
Yeah.
They do that. Yeah, I mean
That
that
seemed
was
like
in there too. They
basic.
do a little.
does, right?
But see, we went for a bachelorette party, so it
Mm.
was funny for us because then we look and we see like my aunt who's like 70 or 80.
Oh,
like
man.
it was like, what
Hilarious.
is she getting it in?
Let's
and
go,
stuff. So it was
baby.
like,
Let's go.
okay. Yeah, so it was kind of
Hey,
fun.
real quick, we're gonna go around the room. Name
Yeah.
a crazy strip club story you might have, or something that may have happened while you was in the strip club.
All right,
Oh,
I
yeah, I
got.
have one.
I
Okay.
can start. You can start. It don't matter what.
Okay. So I ordered a stripper for my friend's birthday one year.
Okay.
Had the guy come, told the neighbors across the street. The guy came dressed as a cop. So I opened up the door. They're like, yeah. Like you could hear them ready. He comes in dressed as a cop.
Mhm.
And he came in, played the music, did his thing, you know, for the whole little party.
Mhm.
But then afterwards, he went to the bathroom and basically was having sex with one of the girls. And I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't pay for this.
Hey,
I'm
that sound like
paying.
a
That's
success-
extra.
As
I
the
was
stripper, that sounds like a
like,
success story.
But it was like, it was the craziest because we weren't expecting that. And then my
Right.
brother came home and
Mm.
he was like, who the fuck? So it was like he was about to fight the dudes on
Yeah.
top.
So
Oh,
who
man,
got
we
you?
I
gotta
want my
leave.
money back.
We
Smell
gotta
dick
leave
in my
now. Like,
bathroom.
he
Right.
was like,
Going
oh, man.
It's not mine.
And the worst part is, I think about it now, is my parents, they had left because I was younger.
Yeah.
And they had left, so it was like, I'm taking over the whole house. Had they known that some stripper was coming over, they
Oh,
would have been
man.
like,
They'd have
no.
been like, nah,
Damn.
that's wild.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. And the girl was underage, too. So it was
Oh,
like, it was
shit.
even
Yeah, but an
worse.
underage
Yeah,
girl. Oh,
yeah. I
damn.
don't think he knew that.
Yeah,
at the
a whole
time,
bunch
but
of crimes being committed.
do
It
you
was.
want-
It was.
Do you want to
yeah.
give it? You want to give his name?
Statute of
I'll
limitations.
give the name.
Hey,
of
be
it.
like, hey, they're gonna tell us now.
His name is Roberto.
Oh,
Damn! Hey, dog, what the
wow. Yeah, we got two snitches. Half this podcast
Yo,
got snitches here.
snitching.
That's what's up. I mean, thank
Yeah,
you.
it
know,
Nick,
was
let's
kinda
hold it together,
wild,
man.
yeah.
No
Those are
snitching.
the young
I'm
days.
not
The young
snitching at all.
days, man. The young days.
So one time, was at this strip club, and this chick. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
she used to be rap. She used to be on Love and Hip Hop. You're familiar with Nia Lee? You
I
Nia
know
Lee?
who she
A little
is,
bit.
but yeah.
So, you know, she got the short hair. She used to have a short haircut, like bald head with the body or whatever.
Mhm.
And she had a homegirl who they used to just sometimes come dance. Like they weren't even like regular strippers there, but if they want to book the club, it's their
Yeah.
birthday, they can get on stage and then bitches throw the money and
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Yeah.
just they can just do that. So they were throwing a lot of money on the stage, and that's not what you think. So I saw money falling on the ground, and the good-hearted Samaritan that I am, I was trying to pick up the money to give to her on stage, but I'm like collecting singles. So she thought I was trying to steal from her.
Oh, you know she went ham.
And she started barking. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this nigga trying to steal my dollars, yo? Like, nigga, what you doing? I'm like, nah, I'm trying to give it to you. I'm like, fuck out of here. Niggas be trying to steal from me all the time. Yo, security,
Right.
get
Oh
this
my
nigga.
God.
And then, yo, these dudes come out of nowhere, like from just like, and then just took my ass like this. And then my boy talked them out of kicking me out and banning me because he was trying to tell like, nah, he don't fuck around like that. Like he's cool, and because
Yeah,
my
he's
boy
a-
used to host the amateur night there, so he told him like, yo, no, he's cool. Like I wasn't trying to say, no, I'm trying to put the money, stay this money on the ground. It's like,
He's like,
yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
okay.
the rules.
You ain't got to do that.
Oh my god.
Like
I didn't know the rules.
she was literally trying
my
to kick
God.
my ass and have me jump
Man.
because she thought I was stealing from her, and I never steal from strippers. Okay,
Yeah.
it's
I
wrong.
never still.
I just trying to make sure you get everything that's you supposed to get, because sometimes the shit don't always land on the stage; it gets on the floor.
Right.
And-
Somebody put a foot on it.
Yeah.
And slide
Slide
back.
exactly.
Like,
A stack.
And I would do that too, but I would do it so that I could give some other strippers
Right.
money. You know
so
what
what
I'm
he
saying?
did?
He
He
was
handed
already
them some
doing
as he
it.
was
Not
pushing
spending
some
my
back.
money. I'm spending,
Yeah.
them niggas over there's money.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah,
Oh my
she
God.
really thought I was stealing from her. So.
You
Yeah.
know,
Strangest story I
Let's try-
got is I went to a strip club a long time ago. It's Wiggles on Queens Boulevard.
I
Wiggles?
remember what.
Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Yeah.
That just sounds shiesty.
It was.
It was
sketchy.
very
It was
shiesty.
very
There was a
sketchy.
nigga on the Knicks who got shot in the leg there, Clay
Yeah.
Anthony.
Man. Oh,
I
gosh.
my God.
think he got shot at Wiggles, right? Was that?
Yeah, it was.
Wiggles,
And
Wiggles,
it
yeah.
got, subsequently, it got closed after that.
Yep. Yeah. He was a second round pick. He went there trying to turn up, and then he got robbed and shot in the leg.
It's a
Shout
very
out to
sketchy
Queens.
area.
Yeah.
It's up and coming now, though. That area.
What part of Queens is that in? Or?
Is like
It's not too far from Forest Hills.
not too far
Okay.
from Fort Hill, but it's like but it's hood over
It's
there.
like
though.
Yeah.
Regal Parkish, Forest Hills.
A lot of Spanish people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, so I was there one night, and one girl was dancing,
Uh-huh.
and then the next one come up. At this point, I was still new to strip clubs, but she
What
finished
do y'all?
dancing, doing the pole dance,
Yeah.
and then she gets off, and the next girl comes, and something happens. She gets off the stage, and she starts whooping the other girl, and I was like,
Good for her.
what just happened? I didn't know what was going on. So apparently, and this is when I became more cognizant of what goes on in
There was
strip
a
clubs.
shift change going on.
No, the girl
Hilarious.
before her forgot to wipe the pole. I guess it's
Ah.
etiquette to wipe the pole with a disinfecting wipe.
Oh, so
Yep,
she got
yeah,
hands.
Yep.
She
you
got-
gotta clean that up.
Yeah, I was like, I found that to be so strange. I was like, what just happened? And then
I can't
somebody
imagine the
said,
asshole when you get now with
Just-
COVID.
just
She
Right.
whipped
Like,
her.
oh my
She
God.
whipped her down. She was beating her.
How many times I got to tell you?
You
Wipe
wiped
that motherfucking pole down.
I would have been more entertained by that.
I didn't hear what they were saying because the music was so loud.
Right. You just saw a bitch getting
But I saw
stomped
her,
out.
Man.
and I was like, and I didn't know what was going on. I said, oh, mate. I was in my head. I was like, oh, she took our money. She took our money. It wasn't.
I
She
would have been
forgot to wipe the
fascinated.
pole.
That could have been
Oh,
asses
wow.
shaking everywhere. I'd have been like, "Yo, look at the technique!" like,
Boxer.
like I'm with
Oh
this
my God.
movement. Take her home. No play.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
that was
funny.
strange.
Oh man. Shit. Stripper story. What did I had one stripper that was like just trying to have conversation with me. And I was younger too. Like I'm 18. Like I already felt like a sleazeball being in there, but I couldn't wait to get there on my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm in there. She was trying to have a conversation with me, like, "Oh yeah, this next song's coming on is longer, so we can wait for that." I was like, "All right, bet, cool." She's doing a good deed for me. Then she started talking to me about like how her house caught on fire and how she's trying to save for something. And the
Oh,
whole time
man.
I was listening, I was like, "That's what's up." But I got a 18-year-old budget, so the 20 that I'm giving you is not changing. like,
She's
no.
trying to get you that sob
trying
story
to-
like
yeah,
she
but-
wanted
trying
to
to
go.
get it.
You need to go to that old gray head dude in the corner. And like he looked like he might throw some bread at you. I'm strictly here for this.
We only had
Oh.
$20.
I'm about to say
Like, my
this is what I came
social
with.
services
this is
took
what
my
I'm
son.
like-
I just want to see a nipple.
Right.
Will.
And then she tried. Then the persuasion though, but like when you broke, there's nothing you could do about it. Like she literally did full splits, got on me, started grinding. I'm like looking at her like, okay, like I'm body's rocking.
He's holding
And
on to
she's
the-
saying she's saying the competition.
He's
I'm
not
like,
holding
I
on
can't
to
even
the
give her this
20.
because she's gonna ask for more if I leave it alone. like
You had a full 20. You didn't have singles.
I had a full 20.
He was holding on to
Yeah,
that
you
I-
really,
no,
you
I
really
had-
didn't know
I
no
had-
better.
I had singles like for the sake of like being in the front row, but I did have a 20.
Wow.
He was all hanging on to it.
He's
Right.
holding on to it for dear life.
That was a transaction. How much do I take out? Okay.
Nick, you got any
Oh my
strip club
God.
stories you want to share?
Nick got
I
the
know
stories.
Nick got
Strip
stories.
clubs
So-
ain't a really a big thing in LA, which I find.
I-
Can you
Yeah.
break that down?
I was just
that
gonna
bothers
say
me.
it's not a
Yeah.
culture thing out here, so I didn't grow up in the strip club thing. So I have zero strip club etiquette. So I went one time and I got in trouble, and I just said it's not for me.
Yeah.
So
Etiquette.
I went to the strip club, and I got in trouble twice in one strip club. So first thing I did was the girl was dancing in front of me, and I took my money and I smacked it on her butt.
Oh, you're not supposed to touch.
You
I
smack-
didn't- That's
You
the first
can
thing.
if they come to the
Well, you
crib.
can't if they cool with you and they know you, but like
No,
first
no,
meeting,
you
first
can't-
greeting.
you can't.
Nah.
I'm gonna say this for the record: you cannot touch strippers,
can't
bro.
touch them.
Violence will happen immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Violence
That's in
happened
LA.
immediately.
In New York.
You cannot touch strippers.
Well,
You can
Depends.
touch strippers, like for example, you invite them to like the house, you have like a private
Yeah,
ceremony, you
No,
that
she was
type
on
stuff.
stage. Nigga.
Yeah,
I
not on
reached
stage,
on
you can't.
stage
On
and
stage,
smacked
you
on the
can't.
ass, nigga. Boom.
I've done that plenty of times.
I
In New
didn't
York,
know.
it's the
Sin
rules.
City though, you at Sin City
Yeah.
eating fish.
Yeah, that's good.
Smacking
Good
strippers.
point, Ed. Good
You know,
point.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Starlets,
And then,
with
Obviously, they
star
needed the
tenders,
funds.
perfections. Go ahead,
So
sorry.
the stripper didn't care. She didn't say anything. The dude came up and was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And my brother was like, "Bro, he's never been to a strip club. Just."
Yeah.
So he told me like, "You can't touch the strippers." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" He's like, "Well, just throw some money at her." So I just threw a $5. He's like, "Nigga, don't throw a $5. You got to break it up." So I said, "All right."
I mean,
So-
we ain't Floyd.
I started,
know.
but if you been at a strip club, it's not the movie. So when I throw it, the money just floating. Like,
Yeah.
And like you said, it's falling on the floor, and I don't want to not get the money.
Right.
So my dumb ass, I ball it up and throw it at her. And my man was like, "Yo, you gotta go."
basketball.
The nigga was like,
Go.
my man just tapped me. He was like, "Yo, you gotta go."
Steven Jackson.
Like this man, like you know the proper attitude.
My
Big
man,
stick going
my man
Yeah, I
Crumb did the
That shit
contest.
wild, bro.
Did the shooting contest.
curveballs.
I didn't throw it hard or nothing,
Right, you
but
just-
I just wanted
That's
to get on the
funny.
stage. And I was
That's-
like,
yeah,
my
I
man,
can't top
Oh
that
my
one. I'm
God,
glad we
that's
saved you
funny.
for last.
he just tapped me like, "Yo, you gotta go."
You gotta,
you're
that's
done.
Like,
that
I
was the
like,
proper
alright.
thing
I
to
will
do
say,
for us.
It's like, all right,
Nigga, Crumb did
I
I
haven't
don't know
been
why you
back.
just reminded me of something.
the football.
So we did one of my
Oh my
partners
God,
had
that's
a
funny.
bachelor party in Atlanta. And what was crazy is like I'm not a strip club person, but in Atlanta I was like, I'm curious, Magic City, but he was like, we're gonna do Magic City, da da da. And we never did, but he invited the strippers to his house. We had like this Airbnb, it was big as fuck. And like strippers came through and I just remember at one point like walking upstairs and I'm seeing all the strippers and I'm like, oh, this is actually too much for me.
What, the girls? Or
It was just what was going on.
Really?
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
because of the dancing and everything else. And then I went downstairs because they had like a bunch of food from the house. Like they had barbecue, all this stuff catered over. So I'm eating food. One of the strippers comes downstairs. She's butt ass naked. And she just walks down. I'm just casually eating. And she walks in the room. I'm like, how you doing? She's like, hey, you guys mind if, can I get like a bite, like a cheeseburger or something?
What?
She like asked for a bite.
She
We're like, I
was
mean,
hungry.
yeah, help yourself, eat up. And so she's like grabbing some food, chopping it up. She's still butt ass naked, having conversation.
very comfortable over there.
One of the homies walks over, nigga drunk as shit. He just like starts like going behind her butt or whatever. And you think the girl would get like mad, and she was like, ooh. And then we're looking at him like, nigga, you know what she been doing upstairs, and you just like, and you,
Oh
and he got up and looked at us like, and we're like, nigga, no, like, bro.
He needs a tetanus shot.
Techno shot.
He needs a tetanus shot. He needs Kanye's 2 fingers. Like,
Oh
that was some
my
of the
God.
wildest shit. Cause I just watched it happen. I was like, this nigga really. I can't even tell him to stop. He looks very happy.
He was in
like,
lust with her.
Yeah, right.
It was like,
How it's how it is in Atlanta,
What am I
man.
gonna tell this man? But yeah,
That's some crazy stuff.
that's all I got for the stripper. I don't got too many stories there.
Oh my God. I've been to one too many
Hey,
bachelor.
what up,
parties.
Collins?
Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about, bachelor party. So okay, we'll say this, but
Uh-huh.
then we could move on.
Okay.
I went to this was the wackest bachelor party ever, right? So,
Okay.
And this also made me kind of go like ugh at men because it's just weird when you're just like it's crazy what ambiance in a setting does for the temperament. So like, yeah, dudes getting married or whatever, and they rented out some spot in Queens, and they hired these strippers to come through, and then these 2 girls come through. And then, like, they got to go to the room and change. It's cool. The guys are waiting. They drinking. And it's like, yeah, the guys getting all horny and acting stupid. Then the stripper comes out, and she's doing her little dance. And she gets on the floor. And, like, she takes the cucumber and, like, puts it in her vagina. And then it's, like, spraying shit. And then, dudes is just being, like, whatever on it. But it's, like, it just felt weird because there's only, like, 1 or 2 girls. And, like, there's, like, 10 niggas. And, like... So these girls couldn't really like make it fun, and then like he only booked them for like a half hour, so they were like in and out, and then these niggas start putting on porn, and then after that somebody was like, "Yo, this is gay. Like, what the fuck we gonna do?" Let's go to a strip club.
time out.
Wait. The
funny
strippers
as hell.
left and then
Yeah, they were kind of like finished. Just
So he
like
was
30,
like-
45 minutes. So then it's this bunch of dudes sitting there with drinks. I'm sure
Watching.
cats is just they want to do something now because they horny. And then the
So they
nigga puts
watch
on porn
porn?
on the TV
You
for a
watch
second,
porn.
and then it's like, "Yo,
wait, who put on the video?
Who thought this was the group
one
event?
of my dad's friends."
Because this sounds like a setup, bro.
No, it's not a setup.
Man,
He
I
puts
know
on
those
porn
cameras.
because they're killing time.
Right. It's
Oh,
like a
and they were late.
situation.
The strippers were late, so that's what
Oh.
I think he was putting on porn to kill time.
Okay.
And then they
What,
had
to get
the
them
drinks
warmed
out.
up? Like,
I don't know.
10 niggas getting warmed up to some porn. The strippers is
I know.
on the way, baby.
I thought it was gonna be some
I
Players
know.
Club shit at
Right.
first, but then they
Oh,
came.
man.
They did a quick 30 to 45-minute set. These girls
Yeah.
kind of was like not trying to get touched. You know what I'm saying? They was just trying to get in and out. And they leave us there. So we're all. It's only like 11:30 midnight. So it's like, yo, let's just go to the strip club. So we went to the strip club called Perfections in Queens. Remember Perfections? And they spent the night there. And it's like, yeah, why did we do that bachelor shit? Like, I think it's hard to like, yeah, because you only gonna book 1-2 girls for a half hour, 45 minutes. Like, you just being cheap. Like,
Right.
It's just
That's what it was.
I'm about to say like.
it was just so whack because they left it and we're just like, what the fuck do we do now? It's 12 o'clock and like.
Well, whose idea was to
Hey, I was
Yeah.
just with my dad hanging out, man. He was like, "Hey, my friend's having a bachelor party. You want to hang out?" I was like,
His
"Oh,
friend sounds a little suspect. I'm just saying.
Right.
You know?
yeah."
Were there any Quaaludes at this?
No.
You were showing up as a
Somebody
sacrifice.
lived there for
No,
Cosby.
no. It was-
Sign up
they didn't have even the time to get these girls a drink and
Oh
put a
my
quail
God.
because, like, literally, these girls just came in,
Man.
had their little props and shit, did their dance, had the music going on. Like, they were like so like New York, like
45
niggas don't
minutes.
touch
I
me.
know.
I'm just gonna do my thing and be out. Like, it was just
New
weird.
York strip. I went to a strip club in New York. I don't even remember what the name of it was
New
though.
York.
It was
Yeah.
in Queens though.
And they weren't that really. They really weren't that attractive too. I'm gonna put that out there. Like it was just wasn't. They wasn't like 10s like that. So it was just It was very
I
much.
gotta talk to Gito about this. What is he?
Yo, why you put?
Bruh.
These niggas ain't know my father.
I used to tell people like there's other parts of my story that I left out. Like
He done blasted.
We gotta talk when we get out.
I'm bad.
Special protection, and then the nigga lean forward out of frame, shows his face.
What
Every time
was that?
I forget what movie it
I
is.
forgot
But they
That's
have like the
funny.
blur screen on them to protect your identity.
Hilarious. Oh, he
And the
leaned
nigga
out.
leans to grab a cup of water, and he leans out of the frame. And I'm just like,
then he shows
but that's what
himself
Aaron reminds me of.
at
He's off camera, so he can protect his identity.
That can take all the chances.
And
But
then,
I mean, I'm
you
just
know,
giving him
keeping
shit. I'm
out
fucking
your
with him.
dad
But
man, he just throwing out
That's
Yeah.
names
classic,
though.
baby.
yeah,
That's
so
classic.
but that was
saying
almost really lame night
I ain't
that
telling you
kind of
nothing.
turned around and it was okay because we went to Perfections afterwards.
Yeah,
It's
Wait,
a-
is that a normal thing for you and your dad to go to strip clubs?
Yo,
Yeah.
His dad is.
Yeah.
You don't.
Anything else you want to say?
I can't even say.
No.
Can't
It's
even
cool.
say.
We
I
on
I
air.
talk about this in my stand up.
We
So
on
like my
air.
dad took me
Stand-up
to my
thing.
first strip club like because in Haiti
Oh, wow.
when I was like 13. You know.
Yo, his
Wow.
dad knows the spots, bro.
Yeah.
Of course
My-
he does. He's a
Yo.
grown man.
So
Like,
I've had a lot of fun with my dad,
Yeah.
you know, and I got put on early, so I came up a little different, but
His dad knows the spots.
Yeah.
Like
Did your dad get you some? Like your first time?
oh yeah,
Yeah, his dad's cool.
not my first time,
feel like he
not my
got
first time,
handsome.
but yeah, we've done had some trips and
what's
wild
going on,
out
good folks.
in Haiti and the DR.
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops.
Haiti and the DR.
Shout out
Goes
to
down.
It could have just stayed at Pops, but you put. Luckily,
Pops
you only
name.
know his nickname. You don't know
Yeah,
his birth name, so
There we go.
you know.
He said, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
don't be giving out
Like,
my man's
like
name.
it means
I
anything.
know,
People know who it
yeah.
is. It's like whatever.
Let me start this government real quick.
You know what?
Y'all ready to
Let's
go?
talk about some sports. NFL, huh?
NFL,
Playoffs.
Yeah.
First
playoffs.
weekend.
Let's get into that. Let's talk about some funny
Go ahead,
topics.
break it down, guys. I'm
We
gonna
don't
shut
wanna
up.
talk about
Break it down.
my team.
Yeah, Alicia, let's talk about what happened to the Cardinals. Let's just
That
get it out
was,
the way.
you know.
They got eliminated.
Shout out to them for representing MLK on their helmets and shoes and everything.
Oh, that's
They
cool.
played on
stance.
Monday. It was kind
Yeah.
of cool.
How they represent MLK in that
But
game?
that was about it.
Who did they play?
The Rams.
Because
And
the only
so what
part
was
of
the final?
MLK
It was
that they
the
received
worst.
was the assassination.
It was
Like,
the worst. They got
like,
assassinated.
The Rams blew them out.
Yeah.
they
it
whooped that
was-
ass.
It was
Jeez.
pitiful. It was.
You went to the game?
worst. No,
Okay.
it was here.
I'm glad you didn't spend the money
Yeah.
to go to the game.
Oh, I would have been heated if I would have spent money. For that game.
Man.
But
It was
was
a
it like
bad
they were just getting
They literally
killed? Like who was
played-
like how was the defense, offense not clicking? Like what was? Can you get into?
It was
I didn't
everything.
watch
Like
it. I know she
Murray,
watched it.
Murray was like he was scared to run the ball.
Couldn't
They
handle the
weren't running
pressure.
the ball.
And that's what they were known for throughout the season.
Well,
Kyler
no,
Murray could
he
get
was
around,
known
yeah.
for doing all kinds of stuff, but it's like he wasn't. He was scared. He was just. It was just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
they
this
have
his
those
first
offense.
playoffs?
That choke.
It was awful.
That
Was this
choke.
his first playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
But then
choke.
he gave it like Stafford. That was like his first playoff game, and it made him look like he'd been here before
Matt
like
Stafford?
a million times,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh.
He been around the
man.
block.
And they were
Yeah.
like a divisional game, not a wild card, right?
It was a wild
A
card.
wild card.
Yeah,
okay.
somebody said their offense couldn't do nothing.
It was, it was
Like,
pitiful. It was.
Anybody else watch the game, Nick? You watched
I didn't
the
watch.
game?
I saw the score.
Just
This-
tracking the score.
it was
Ed,
very
you watched
slim.
the game?
No, I didn't watch it.
It
No.
was,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
pitiful.
Well, damn.
Well, there's next
Um,
year.
But what? And then who did
Yeah,
who did the
yeah.
who did the Cardinals lose to the week before? If you don't mind me asking.
Uh,
Wasn't it what you call it?
Oh, you mean when they won the Cowboys, or
Or when
are
they
you
lost to
talking
the Seahawks.
about? Yeah, but they
Sorry,
didn't
that's
even
what
make
I'm
it to the wild
It's all
card.
good.
They
We
didn't
beat
even
y'all.
make it to the playoffs. They
I
didn't
knew, I
even
knew we
make
wasn't
it.
going this year. Like,
They didn't even make it.
Who's favored to win the whole thing?
Right now, I think it is it Tampa Bay or Kansas. I
Oh,
think.
Bucks.
Damn, Brady.
I would say the Bucks. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't weed Brady out. Like,
Because now they gotta play. Rams have to play Tampa
I'm
Bay
finna bet some
this
money.
week.
You
Oh,
bet-
and
you
I
betting against
bet.
Tom?
No.
No.
yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
put your
And
money
I
on the
bet,
white
yes.
man.
All the time.
So
nigga.
I
I
got
was
into
saying,
the
unless
whole
Eli come out of retirement, because Eli has a way.
Eli. Oh,
He done beat him
yeah.
twice.
He's not coming.
So I started-
Eli's cool in the booth.
I started
Right.
betting too, and I was even more pissed off.
What
and
are
I
you-
was
what
like,
are you
using?
"Man." I was using
What do you use?
FanDuel.
I heard FanDuel
and
was
then
fun.
that was easy. And then I used.
put money on it.
Do you
What
get
were
some
the
points
odds,
if
though?
if
You put money like
it,
they were
it
gonna
tells
come
you
back.
everything. Like you can break down like first quarter, second quarter. So I thought, okay, for sure, they were gonna score. I was like,
Yeah.
you didn't even score. I lost my money. It was like I did
Immediately.
DraftKings and then the.
So you're in a couple
yeah,
different
I
sites.
did a
What do you
couple
like? Which
different
one do you like the most? Because I've been thinking about using my self belief
Mm-hmm.
of expertise in basketball to start maybe betting in the NBA because I need a side hustle.
It's good.
So maybe
my
I can
my
make some-
nephew
You know what
does
you're
the
doing too,
basketball
son.
one. He was winning.
Where
off
which one?
basketball. He was doing the DraftKings and FanDuel.
I
and he was
think
winning.
I'm gonna get on both and see.
If
what
you
it
do the
is.
parlay,
FanDuel's popping right now
Some
too.
of the parlays, are pretty
parlays.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was with this dude I was hanging out in the summer league when I went in Vegas, and like a dude, he was betting on over unders like for a quarter, like they'll score less than 18 points this quarter
Yeah.
or whatever. This dude
Yeah.
finished with over 20 points, over 3 free throws, over like 3 threes. I'm like,
I
wow,
got
you
you.
can get that specific on everything and
Yeah.
Anything.
anything.
I was
And
like,
it's
I
like, well, how
shouldn't
much
even
money
bet
can
on
you
them.
come away with at the end of every game? You might take some L's, but then you
Yeah.
might take some money to
Man.
even it out. How much, if you mind sharing, like what's the most you've made on a game?
Well, that was the first time that I really bet. But if I would have won, it would have been a couple $100s. I was like, man. But my
If I
but my
would've
nephew,
won.
he won. He bet like maybe
I can't
20
bet,
bucks,
man.
and I
Gambling
think
ain't
he
for
won
me.
like 365 or something.
That's the flip
So
I
he
gotta
just
do.
bet 20, and then but it was on the Suns
but the-
game.
The
So
The
he
money's
won.
gonna be made when
Yeah.
like it's like when the odds are bad, you know.
Yeah.
If the
If you
odd-
bet
if-
against the
But you
underdog,
could do
don't get
everything.
paid.
Like you
Yeah.
could have did the field goal. I was like, man, I should have did the field goal kickers. Like it was
Like
like every little
so
thing.
he
you
Just
was
could
bet
like
on
do.
almost
field
like
goal
a-
kickers,
an
yeah.
almost glitch that happened. It's a shift to the NBA for a second. So like when Clay's first game back, Klay Thompson,
Bang out.
he the homie people weren't even betting on Klay. So what happened was 10 minutes before the game, Draymond announced that he had like a sore calf, but he wanted to be on the court for some reasons for Clay's comeback game. So he was just going to do the tip, and then they took him out. So the Golden State, they tweeted that he's gonna do this and whatever. So the people who were tracking NBA Twitter, they put in their bets because they knew Draymond, whatever stats you could put Draymond under, and they fucking racked up so much in that 9 minutes time because they had enough time to change and switch.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
call her in.
You got a
Yep.
call. What's
Gotta call her real
going
quick.
on?
What's going on?
Who this?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This DJ out there in Vegas.
What's
What
up,
up,
DJ?
What up,
What's up,
DJ?
DJ? What's your
Yo,
question?
I just wanted to call in and talk about that too, man. I made some good money on that Draymond Green.
Yeah.
I'm playing in the
See?
game.
Right.
And
Yeah.
just like you said, like 10 minutes before the game, the reporter tweeted out and said he's just going to be in for the tip-off, and then he's going right out. So everybody with a brain, we was like, oh, snap. Like, so we ran to the app and took all his unders because you could bet the unders. And when you parlay it like that, when you put them together, it gives you crazy odds. So the odds was plus 1,900.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that is crazy.
They took some.
But I know people that won millions off of that. Like I know somebody that he bet 5,000 at first, and that got him 100,000. And then he bet like 3,500. That got him another like 37,000 or something like that. Like, it
Wow.
was
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
They lost a lot of money, and they didn't want to pay it. They held it for 2 days,
Yeah.
for 48 hours
They had to get
before they
that.
actually paid it. They were trying to find a way to not pay it out.
They got mad about that because people.
They're the ones
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got
Yeah.
mad. But
They don't
do
like
that to
losing.
us all the time. But the
Right.
thing that robbed, the thing that killed it for them to where they couldn't do anything about it was that he recorded a stat. See, he had a
Oh,
foul because
He had to
right
take
after
himself
the
out.
tip-off, the other guy, he got the ball. He stood there so Draymond could foul him, so Draymond could get out the game. So that's a recorded stat. You can't say he didn't play. He played. He
Right.
recorded a stat, a foul.
Yeah.
So, like, mind you, that will probably never happen again.
Yeah, they're gonna be so
Oh,
on
they
top
gonna
of
make
that.
sure,
They're gonna be
yeah.
on Twitter now. They're
Yeah.
gonna be all over Twitter now.
Yeah, that was amazing to even like be a part of.
Welcome.
That was and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't put every dollar I had on.
Bro would have came out with a house.
He would have got everything.
Yeah, you would have had that crib.
Like I said, I know people that
Oh,
won
my
250,000 off of that. You
That's
know what
wild.
I'm saying? So,
What
those
app do you
same
recommend
people-
for betting for especially for NBA stuff?
But those same people, they got their accounts locked now, so they can't bet
That's not their fault.
decent amounts on game. They can only bet like $5 now. So I didn't want that to happen. So
Smart.
that's one of the downfalls of it. That if you win, see these sports books, they make millions and billions of dollars every year.
Now that's legalized.
But
Yep.
At the point to where you start winning thousands, they limit you. They either limit you or they block you totally.
Kind of like an
So you
Instagram
can't
algorithm.
win no money. And it's crazy that they even allowed to do that. Because if you're a losing better, what are they going to do? They're going to keep taking your money over and over and over because that's
You
how they
can't
make
take
their
theirs.
money. You're a loser. But in the event that you're a winner, oh, man, they're going to limit you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
They're
how
not
it
going to let you get I know so many people that's just banned because they win too much money. You know what I'm saying? So,
Sheesh.
and I do it every day. So I'm trying to get to that point, too. But
Right,
I'm
get
saying people
banned
hit
in
for
a
50,000, 100,000.
Yeah.
You understand? This is one guy. He bets $30,000 parlays and he wins like 1.2 million. Now it don't happen every time. 'Cause I did see him lose like 2, but I've seen him
That's
win
like
like
30
in the
grand,
last
though.
6 months. I've seen him bet 30,000 and win 1.2 million twice now.
Man.
And
What-
which app do you use?
Yeah. What app do you
DJ?
recommend? Yeah, going on to do it.
Well, it depends. So California is bad. California doesn't have on a large scale legalized sports betting. So you guys all live in California?
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
in LA.
Oh yeah, he's right. Because Arizona, I had to put in the Arizona.
But you got to do
address.
things.
Oh,
legally, I
really? So
think.
if you do
Yeah.
it, if you get on an app, you have to put it in from another area.
Different areas, yeah.
So the best apps right now are DraftKings and FanDuel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing about those is they go off your location. So you don't have to live in Arizona. But if you
Yeah.
go to Arizona, you can use that app and you can place a bet. If you
Yeah.
go to any state where it's legal, you can use that app and place a bet.
It's Vegas.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So on the West Coast, I think Oregon just got it. Colorado has it. Arizona has it.
Yeah.
But California does it. Nevada
Mhm.
does it. But also, I don't know how legal it is, so don't quote me on this. But if you have somebody that lives in those states that you can trust, I mean, what's the difference? You can have them place the bets for you.
Yeah.
So so I'm from New York, so if I have my cousins or
No, New
whoever,
York doesn't allow that.
no, New York is legal.
It's legal.
Yeah, gambling is legal in New York.
We got it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
got it. So you have your mans in New York just do the app and just work it for you, but you just tell them what to do and whatever. Basically.
Yeah, you tell them what bets to place, and you hit like.
Cool.
You know, but they also have some smaller ones. So they have like Bovada, I think Bovada, and another one called MyBookie.ag.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Those you might be able to use in California. Don't quote me on it, but
Okay. Yes, you
I'm
would not be
sure
quoted,
you
not be
might
blamed
be
for any actions
Yeah.
that we would take upon your advice. Yo, DJ, thank you so much for
Thanks,
calling
DJ.
in, brother. We appreciate that. I'm glad you made out a little bit on the Draymond though.
Thanks, DJ.
Yeah.
What's up, DJ? What's
Shout
his
out.
DJ.
DJ out to Vegas.
Vegas.
DJ
Out to
out to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, he sound like a gambler.
Yeah.
DJ out to
That's funny.
Vegas.
That's what's up. See, yeah, that Draymond
See, I
shit was
told
real
you.
though. That shit was a game
Make some
changer.
money.
So they're like, oh, never again.
See, that's why I don't get into gambling, because if that would have happened to me, I'd be, you just
You'd
see
be hooked,
"There's another
yeah.
one coming.
Yeah.
Like, I need a
And you
fix.
see the odds, and you're like,
Yeah,
Do
so
I
everybody
do
just
it?
put that
Do I
under
do
because
it?
they knew he
Yeah,
was.
everybody. I
Man.
feel like most gamblers are doing when they gamble on things that have bad odds.
The
because
one that I really wish I'd have did was
racetrack.
that fight.
Huh?
That Teofimo Lopez George Kambosos fight. Like, nobody expected him to take that fight, and the
Yeah.
odds were like insane. And I don't bet, but I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, if I would have bet, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dang.
y'all might not have saw me, you know.
So y'all
I'm
think
like-
you
Been
take
like-
the undercard then?
Yeah, because you can
Yeah.
take
For the
the
sake of
undercard,
bets, for the
do
sake of a bet.
$10, and if you come out 10K, 1K, you're good. You know, you have $100 to throw out.
Because if you go
and
up with the
take
10,
Yeah.
you make like $30 versus making like $1,000. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying bet on undercards more?
Yeah, except don't
For the
don't
for the
throw
sake
your
of the
whole
money.
Paycheck.
I mean, be
Yeah.
smart about it though.
$100.
Yeah,
So,
be
I
smart.
would be throwing
If the
paychecks.
odds are like 1 to 1,000,
baby,
I
I
ain't
ain't
$100.
got right.
$100.
I thought I had it.
If
Thought I
let's
had
say the odds are 1 to 1,000 on an underdog, and you throw $100 just for the fun of it, you come out
Yeah.
times 1,000,
Yeah.
100,000. So
Right.
it depends.
I'm gonna tell myself every month have $100 to play with.
On the undercard, man. Just
Yeah,
Undercard.
that's
throw the
your
undercard for the fun
Fuck
of it, for the hell of
Well,
it.
when's the
You
next
know, I might
boxing?
do that too.
I
Oh,
might
yeah.
even do both.
I waste
I
$200
had
a
to
month
check
check
right
right
now
now.
because they're trying to air some stuff out with some people. But yeah,
Okay.
some of the bigger fights I'm waiting on.
We should do
Yeah, we should.
a
I'm
no
gonna do
name account.
that. No name
A
account.
no name account. We
No
could.
name.
We should take real advice, and we should all place a bet on the next boxing match.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, go
I'm
under.
serious.
I'm willing to
that.
invest in
I'm
you,
willing
Will.
Will.
to do it.
Come on, Will. Everybody
Okay.
put in a 5. We see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah.
Put in a file. Okay.
Yeah, I put 10.
We be like,
Yeah.
All
oh,
right, you gonna one up us.
Oh, he
Hey,
go.
wait,
He
so
go.
this is what I'm
go
gonna do.
Oh.
I'm already degenerate.
I'm-
He said 10.
He's already addicted to
I'm gonna
shit.
study FanDuel and DraftKings and see how this shit work, and then let's see if we can get something popping. Cause that'd be
Alright.
solid if we
Yeah.
got a nice
Nah,
little.
bro, just trust your instincts, bro.
Yeah.
Don't start
Yeah.
studying the FanDuel, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna get too into it, and y'all both gonna be like crackheads. Come on, man, let's bet another 5.
I'll tell you.
Come on, press
Nah,
it,
bro.
press it. Yeah.
We got to shift because the game is changing now. You see.
Right.
No, let's
Draymond
just
ain't playing. Come on, baby.
trust
Come
the
on.
instincts. No.
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit
I'm
watch us
definitely
come
gonna
up.
do
But
that.
I pay to
What's
like
that?
because
One,
I
two,
do fantasy, so like I
Yeah.
always pay attention to who's playing, who's injured, who was ever, and I know how games have different outcomes or who's gonna have a better stat line because I just know how this means increased opportunity for such and such players. So it's like I get how those things work. And then I just see how you can just do little small things on the FanDuel. But it's crazy. So they said in LA though they won't. I guess you couldn't have that app though if you're living in LA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
location
had to do
based.
my
If we went
Arizona
200,000 and
Circus.
split that 5 ways, that's smooth.
That's, hey man,
Like,
Yeah,
that's 40,000, bro.
yeah, that's it.
there it
40 a
is.
pop. So
Would be good.
we'll talk. We'll further.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
through
we
the
should.
app.
Well, let's see what we can do on this
40,000
boxing
What y'all
thing.
do
Right.
in our group text? What y'all want? 10
Yeah.
on it?
All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's
Yeah, I
start.
gotta
Let's,
see how that shit work.
okay.
It works too. Mine didn't though.
I'm the worst
but,
when it comes to money.
Let's get
That
to the,
was-
to
that
the
was-
Cause I'm
throwback.
too,
question.
the reason why I don't bet is because I know I'm a risk taker.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
You're just gonna do it.
Every time.
But like Nick said, we ain't gotta throw like we ain't talking about big amount of money.
Yeah, just like $10.
But like you said, a
Yeah.
$10
Yeah.
undercard, you can really make
Nah,
1,000.
nigga,
Yeah.
nah, I be in blackjack sitting on 20s. Like I know I'm gonna get that ace, all of it.
Yeah, we got
Like-
Will might
Yeah, I ain't talking about
Will
Vegas
might
habits.
do that.
Yeah.
I know.
I
We're gonna
do
have a
Vegas.
pro-
I
I
got
put
a
20 on
hunch.
the slots machine till it run out. That's right. I do
That's
20
me.
on
Literally,
the
my
slot.
cap is 50. 50 is my cap.
I've done 52. Yeah,
yeah,
50 as
coin
well.
machines.
It's my cap.
Yeah.
No quarters.
Anybody won
Quarters.
anything?
Yeah.
What's the most amount of money you won? In
Gambling?
anything?
Uh,
200.
200?
Yeah.
200.
I almost
I
won
won
like
like
1,200.
2,500
So,
from a
I was like,
one
one
or
low.
Mine was
one or
500.
found.
One.
I found a crazy amount of money, but
Where?
huh?
I don't know if you want to talk about that on air, but go ahead.
Yeah, I can't say.
Now, how
the
much you win?
location.
Oh,
No, don't say how much you won, but I don't know how much you
location.
find, but
So, I was at a gathering. It was in the area.
Okay.
Me and my boys, it was a party. Everybody was chilling, minding their own. And they were like, cats was throwing money out. You know, it was one of them, Hollywood type parties. And people throw money out. You don't think much of it. So I'm like dancing or whatever. And I look down and I see a stack of hundreds. But in my mind, I'm like, there's no way that fuck is just real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But if it is real, I ain't gonna be the one that walked away. Like, so I was like, I
foot-
put
put
the
the
foot
foot
on,
down.
put the foot on it. So I casually went down. I'm like, vibing, and I just grabbed a bowl. I didn't even look at what was there. I just grabbed a handful and I stuck it in my pocket. And my boy looked over. He was, "All right, niggas." I was like, I don't know if it's real or not.
Shut up.
And then he grabbed some too. And then I looked at it. I was like, these bills look real. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go head outside. Yeah.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna head
Go
out.
smoke.
I did. I wasn't with nobody. Like I was with them. I was by myself and just some other folks that were there.
Just get
I was
out
like,
there.
just
get
because I didn't,
out.
because I didn't know if like somebody had dropped the money or if this was money that was getting tossed that we didn't know that was hundreds versus ones. But I go
Yeah.
outside, and because there was like three of us there was four of us that got into this,
Right.
and I go outside. I'm like counting. I'm like, yo, fam, I got $900. I got $900, and I must mind
Damn.
you, I was the only one that got money, so there had to be at least $2,500 there.
Mhm.
Like.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, if somebody dropped this, I feel bad. I'm for sure not going back inside.
Nah.
Like,
Nah, I
I'm
can't
out.
go
it's a
back.
Like,
done
I'll-
deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This new
900 's a
iPhone
good-
is calling.
That's a good
That's a
found.
good
That's a
lick.
good.
I think I've only found like 20 on the ground. the
That's
most.
that's typical. That's what I'm saying.
Typical,
Like
yeah.
20.
20, $10. I was like, I found $900. I came home to my roommate. I was like, yo, bro.
Rent's
I s-
paid.
No, rent wasn't paid. I got that
He's
iPhone.
already-
I was doing some
Funny.
nigga shit. but,
Dang.
but yeah, nah.
I remember the first
I
time
did buy
I
a meal
ga-
for- I did buy a meal for the house,
The
though.
first time
Yeah.
I did slot machines in Vegas, I had just turned 21. And so I said, okay, let me go try this. So I put $20 in, and all of a sudden it like went ding, 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 and I was like, oh, I won. It was like $500 or something, and I swear the security guy came out. Let me see your ID, ma'am. I was like, ooh, I just turned 21. I lucked
Can't
out
check
though,
me,
but
boo.
it was like he was like really
Oh,
like
wow.
on it, and I was like, but it was like 500. I think that was the most.
Somebody's got 2 project offers as
Yeah.
we're speaking.
How about y'all? What's the most y'all ever found? Or
Not
one.
found,
Or
but I
one.
got like
One.
2,500 from a scratch off one time.
That's
Oh,
dope.
that's
Oh,
dope.
dang,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
My
But it's, I
my-
played once. It was like a $5 scratch off.
Mhm.
I got $2. I was like, oh, let me play again. I took
$2.
I took the $2, added another 3, and then the next ticket was $2,500.
That was lovely.
Yeah,
Oh, that was nice.
You had
That's
some good
dope.
king walk.
yeah. I had good
my
Chinese
mom
food.
when I think
Now I know niggas gonna go to king walk when I'm getting everything.
my mom won something in the thousands one time, it was like the most impeccable timing ever. We were she was taking us on a trip to Victoria, Canada. So up in Seattle, you can catch this boat or whatever it's called, the Victoria Clipper. It takes about 2 hours and it takes you to Victoria, Canada. Super dope, little nice sightseeing and all that. So she's like, yeah, I want to take you guys to Canada, out the country. So I was like, all right, bet. So we did the right before we did the trip. My mom, she does a lottery or whatever. She plays the lottery, and my mom comes out the thing and she's like, yo, we won. And I was like, the fuck? Like the lotto?
Right.
And we get in there. She's like, my mom gets excited for anything. So we didn't win the whole lotto.
Oh, it was a
But
piece,
my mom was excited like we won that bitch. But she missed it by one number.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she put 26 and it was 19. I'll never forget.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, you can still get paid out for that. So we got a little chunk of change for the trip, which was super dope. So
Yeah,
yeah, it was like I think like
make
12 it was
everything
like
back
1200
plus
or something
more.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's still a come up.
Yeah.
Still a come up.
But yeah, that was the closest I ever saw to like stardom in the financial department. Like,
Financial department.
I
That's
got a
funny.
quick one. I'm not gonna say who this is because I still know this person. He's a celebrity.
That's what's up. No snitching.
But I beat somebody out of $2,500 shooting shots.
Oh, they was talking shit on the
Wow.
court, and it was
They
just
came out there popping shit, and we got
Talking
out
shit.
there, and I think it started off with I only had like $20 on me, and he was like, "Nigga, bet what's in your pocket?" And I put out 20,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You got some more money?" I was just like, "Yeah," and we just kept shooting. And by the time the shit was over, I was racked up. But that nigga was pissed, and I was like, "Yo, dog, I'm out."
There's money
out.
now.
And then
Yeah.
the,
tucked in.
This ain't poker, I ain't coming in.
the craziest part was, in order for me to leave with the money, because there was so much money, I had to bet it off for one more shot.
really.
Because he was pissed. Like he pulled
Yeah.
out everything in his pocket, and he was like, "Bro," he's like, "Leave me a shot." I was like, "All right, bro, you got one shot. If you miss this motherfucker, I'm out of here." And so I let him shoot one more shot, and he missed it. So
That's it.
racked
Oh,
up,
because he
man.
could have got it all back if he had made
Yeah,
you
I wouldn't give it back.
You wasn't going. Yeah.
Yeah, like I knew him.
Right.
And I'm gonna have to see this nigga, so I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want that tension.
Like $2,500, but
And not give the nigga the shot, last
Yeah.
shot.
You ain't
Yeah.
hustle him?
Get the
You
last
sure you
shot.
ain't hustling?
I'm not hustling him, bro. I put myself damn near through college just shooting jump shots, bro. Like hustling after school and shit. So I grew up doing that. So for me, I talked him into it.
I
I
will
knew
vouch.
what was happening.
I will
yeah.
vouch and say Nick can shoot.
I talked that nigga right
Yeah.
to it.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you
we
was
did
there.
see
I
you.
was
We
fucking
did see
around.
you.
Cause yeah, we was
You got
fucking around, but
mad.
I know a shooter when I see one.
And I haven't
yeah,
shot
yeah.
probably like in 5
Okay,
years.
we saw
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Like seriously, like go
Good-
work
good
out,
form.
do jump shots.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
train kids to shoot.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
He
I
get
got a
you.
couple
You
young
can
bulls
shoot.
in the NBA that I train.
Oh snap!
Dead ass.
And he,
And he got a brother. He got a brother who played too.
yeah.
Shout outs to
Same
what's
my
your brother's
Brooklyn.
name?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yeah,
Yeah.
he went. His team went against my girl's brother's son, Sage. Shout out to Sage Waynes. They was playing for MLK tournament. It's South Pasadena. What school does he go to?
El Camino.
El Camino.
No,
South
that's
Pasadena.
good.
Yeah. It was a really good game.
Yeah, shout
Really
out to
good
my
game.
man.
Yeah.
So real quick, we're gonna jump in this. We're about to get to a little break real quick, but before we do, we're gonna jump into this throwback question. So I want A-Dot to take it off. What's the throwback we got going on today for
Okay,
Throwback Thursdays?
Throwback Thursday question is, what was the time you got into big trouble with your parents?
Not getting the
When?
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, cause
So I was really bad as a kid.
No.
You have to understand it.
Stop.
Not that it's and so my parents went to the movies and they left me and my brother at home with my sister who was supposed to be watching us. Well, me and my brother decided to pull out you know how wrapping paper has those sticks And then, so what we did was we took off all the wrapping paper, which was probably the worst move because, you know, you're already going to get in trouble for
Yeah.
removing it. But then we started fighting with the sticks. And then what happened was we hit one of my mom's angels because she's into angels and saints.
Oh shit.
So it was actually a saint. So we hit the saint. The saint flew. The head rolled off. And I'm thinking, oh, man, we're in trouble. So then my thoughts were, let's glue. We need glue.
Of course.
So, okay, so here I go the whole time. How much time do we got left? So I'm here gluing it up. Everything perfect. Put it back. I'm like, oh, it's perfect. You can't see nothing. Soon as my mom gets there, she's like, I know they did something. These kids are too good.
Parents just know.
What happened was the motherly sense, plus these are her saints and angels. So she looked and she's like, that one. And I'm like, me and my brother are like, what?
You didn't.
So
shit
what
your
happened
pants? I
was
just
she went to
scared.
grab it,
Oh,
and
so
I
you
mean, it
lied,
looked
not that.
smooth. Like, you couldn't even see no glue, nothing. So what happened was the head initially was like this. So when
And you
I
fixed
glued
it.
it was this way by accident.
Yeah, and she
So
know which
she
way the
knew
head tilt.
the head was tilted wrong.
Said,
She
"Nah,
grabbed
nah,
it,
that
the
ain't
head
right."
rolled off, and we were busted. I was
What was the punishment? You got a whooping? What happened?
oh yeah, we got whooping and grounded. I was like, man, you should have just left it. I was so the head was all. I was all man.
Wrong way. You gotta pick
Wrong
into the
way.
details.
Didn't do
Nah,
that.
nigga.
Yeah.
I got
So
two
that was
whoopings
mine.
in the same day.
Oh,
Ed
Lord.
remembers this. So I was living with them in Far Rockaway at the time.
Mhm.
You know, what we've mentioned on this podcast, I was one of the biggest Power Rangers fans on the planet.
Oh, yes.
We were playing
Oh, Lord.
outside with some kids who lived in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we were just doing the whole little, you know, I'm this ranger with this ranger.
Mhm.
And then I pretended that I had the power sword. And I picked up this, like, rusty metal thing.
And my
Yeah,
dad's
and started,
back.
like, swinging it like I had a sword.
Mhm.
And then this girl, she came to just, like, pretend like she was hitting me from the back. But just on some playful shit. Now she was trying to fight me. And then I just
I was
turned
like,
around,
"Boss."
not seeing her, and go, and I scraped her
Oh
her
my
face
God.
like
Yeah.
so bad, and she has a permanent mark to this day.
Yeah.
That I'm aware of. I haven't seen her since that day.
She's okay.
Oh.
She's,
I've seen her.
how
I seen
is it still
it.
there though?
No, you don't see
Oh,
her.
okay. That was you
Damn.
know what they used to tell me that. To
She
make
got the
fun
love
of
and
me. It's like, yo,
basketball
she
on the
still
cheek.
got the scar that you did, Nick.
Oh.
So
gone
I
now.
get home. Well, we're not home. We was in the backyard.
Yeah.
I walk to the front yard. They find out his dad, my uncle, finds out what she did. I get a whooping with him with the t-shirt.
Oh, I don't remember.
That was- that the
I was
t-shirt
too
one?
scared. I ran inside.
And so they all just heard. They all heard me get beat.
Yeah. I
Then
was too
my
scared.
mom comes home from work. They tell her what happened,
She-
and then I got
yeah.
whooped again.
She made
Oh
it
man.
And whooped even worse because she was like, "Why are you picking up stuff, swinging on kids?"
Yeah.
Like, and so I got whooped twice
Twice.
the same day
Man.
out there trying to be a Power Ranger, and because I didn't even just say, I just like, oh, and then I just hit
You
this
went
girl,
full
and she
force.
just like
Oh my
blood
God.
and mark, and it
Full
was,
It
Green
took
Ranger.
everybody just looked at me like,
I was
oh.
too scared. I was like,
I shook everybody up.
yeah.
And everybody knew it was time to go home.
I ran upstairs.
Oh my
It's
God.
like,
Oh
oh,
my
you're gonna,
God.
you're gonna get it. And then we were trying to maybe avoid. There was no way to avoid his dad.
No, you can't avoid my dad.
He looked oh.
Can't.
You remember
like
that?
he-
My dad is
I, was,
calculated.
So-
I
and then-
ran and I went to the corner room in the upstairs.
Did you get hit too?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
disappeared.
he knew what was going down.
They left me out to die.
You did.
And then my mom came home and then went at me even harder.
Man.
Oh
I was
my
pretty
God.
bad.
Yeah,
and then
I
I was
remember
it was
That was so long ago.
like
but
five?
I
I'm
remember
trying
like
to
it was
think.
yesterday.
yeah. I was like 5.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was a
5, I think
rebellious
I was 5.
child, so I did a lot of a lot of stuff. I'm just thinking of one where I knew like
Mhm.
I just knew I was in trouble. It was like the most I stopped because I didn't want them to know that I thought I knew what I knew.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is I'm in elementary school.
Mhm.
You know, you watch TV. I don't know enough about sex, but I'm having a conversation with a girl about sex
In what grade?
in like 4th grade. And I kid you not, huh? But like I said, but you got to remember
Yeah.
in 4th grade, it's like what your idea of sex is.
Of course.
So I'm having a conversation with this girl, and we're just talking about, shit that we think is sex. It's like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna come over there. Not come over there, but just like,
Yeah.
like I'm like, yeah, we can come over. Because people always talk about, I hear like comedians like, I'm gonna come fuck you for like 10 days and shit. Some over there like, yeah, we can make kids for like 6 hours. Like, I mean, these are things that I'm saying. Like, and what's crazy is we were trying to call our friend, because this was when like three-way was like starting to become a thing.
3-way phone calls.
Three-way
by the
phone
way.
calls. Yeah, back before,
Oh,
Not
that's funny.
threesomes.
Yeah, three-way phone call. So we had called the girl up or whatever. She didn't answer, whatever. But we, I guess, didn't turn off the thing. We didn't close her out of the thing. So we're talking and we're on this girl's answering machine.
Oh my God.
So the whole conversation is on this girl's answering machine.
God.
And
Evidence.
Like, evidence galore. And I'm
Oh
saying,
my
and my
God.
dad. So I'll tell you what happened later. But so I didn't know. I don't know how this woman knew where my mom worked, but she found out. She must have looked her up in the phone books or whatever. Because all of a sudden, we had I knew something was bad. Because the day before, I heard this is the maximum recording. We both said.
It was all like
The
five.
maximum.
So the next day I was like, ain't no way. She don't know my mom. Like her mom's never met my mom. There's no, we good. I come home. My mom don't get off work until like 5, 6. I'm walking home from school. It's like 3 o'clock. I went to go open the garage door because the garage come up. My mom will come walking out the garage. She was like, do you know what I had to deal with today, little nigga? Like, and she started going in, and I was like, you know what? And then she was like, before she popped me once, but then she's like, you know, wait till your dad gets home. And my dad made it. My dad's
Let me
sinister.
tell you guys something. Haitian whoopings
Huh?
are, getting whooped by a Haitian parent is like.
My dad is sinister though, cause he like before he even like got to the beating, he pulled the like the. I'm gonna ask this man a bunch of
Yeah,
questions.
they question you first. That's the
he
crazy
questioned.
thing.
He made me say, he's like, we got the recording, but I want to hear from you what you said.
Oh,
So what
Yeah,
I
they
did-
make
What
you
you know about
relive
sex?
it. It's
So, right.
the
So he's like,
worst
so what you know
thing.
about sex? I was like, I mean, people do it. That's where kids come from, right?
Bah.
Like-
oh man.
and then he was like, well, what kind of stuff? He wanted details. He was like, what
Right.
kind of stuff were you saying? I was like, I don't know. Like, I was, we're going to make kids for 6 hours. And
Yeah.
like, I'm just trying to explain myself before I got my ass whooped that night. Like,
Oh my God.
pleading my case. Yeah.
Damn, son.
So I would say that's one memorable time.
whole
And then,
tape? A whole voice message? Damn.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
And then as
busted.
far as
That's
You must have been
embarrassing.
sweating. I know I would have been sweating.
Do you still
Yeah.
like know the girls who that you guys talk to? And
I don't know that girl no more. Nah,
Okay.
I don't.
Was it
It'd be
worth
funny
it?
if I did.
Was
What's
it-
funny is I know the girl whose answering machine we were talking to. I don't even know if she remembers, so I'll never bring it up. But yeah, because it was it was this really smart girl. She was like super smart in school, like 4.0, and yeah.
yeah,
Oh
my
my God.
perception of sex when I was, you said 4th grade, so I was like 8, 9. I don't think
I
I
was
was
10,
in,
yeah.
I wasn't watching Skinamax yet, but I remember in
Skinamax.
Bride of Chucky there
Skinamax.
was dry humping, so I thought sex
Oh,
had
yeah.
something to do with humping.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was
Right.
at with it.
Humping and
Like I
kissing.
knew there was some type of engagement. I knew you kissed, and then somehow a baby
Right.
came of that.
Oh my God.
You
I
know
just
the-
remember my parents saying, it might have been a different scenario, but like saying like, so who do you want to get a whooping from?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
They
the
asked me the
worst.
question. I really had to sit there and look at both. I really thought about it. I was like,
Which one?
You got to be careful with the moms because the moms get the hangers. Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
you know what's
They get
what's
things to
crazy is-
overcompensate for the lack of
What's
yeah,
crazy
physical
is this was
strength.
my thought
Yeah.
process. My mom she's a reckless, like she swings at will, but she's fast though. She's quick. My dad, he liked to instigate. Like, he's a sinister dude. Like my mom will come in there, beat you to every syllable, and be done deal in like a few seconds. My dad would be like, "So you know what's about to happen to your son, right? So I'm gonna give you 15 hits. You ready?"
Put your hand out.
He'd be like, he'd be like, then up. He'd be like, "You ready?" Whop. Did you feel that? Like, nah, I bullshit you not. This nigga be
Yeah.
like, he'd be like, yeah, it hurts, huh? It sets in. Yes, that's life.
Dropping jewels.
You're like, let me
Man,
get the fast hits. Let me get the
I'll
fast
take
hits.
my mom. I chose
Yeah.
my mom, and my dad had the nerve to look at her and be like, that's because dad is vicious. Like,
Oh my God.
But
That's
yeah.
funny.
Worst thing, I think it was Big Trouble was when I broke the window. And remember? Oh, well, you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But I broke the
There's a lot of ones I wasn't there
Here's
for.
the crazy thing. It wasn't even broken. You know how some windows just come off of the track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was too young to know that, you know?
Right.
So it came off the track, and I spent like 3 hours trying to fix it before my dad got home. I couldn't get it fixed, you know? So, it was broken in my head.
Yeah.
So he comes home, and he sees this off the track, and he said, who broke the window? He said it in, French.
Yeah.
He said, who broke the window? And he said, okay. You know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he walks out.
Nobody wants to say anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He goes down the
Qui
hallway.
escrase windows?
And yo, they everybody they didn't want to get it, so I get the whooping, you know, for touching the window, you know. Then he goes into the room, he fixes it. 2 seconds. Yo, I was more upset that it wasn't broken, you know, because I already got my licks, you know. So he goes in, he
He said you didn't know that you fucked up.
Click, and it's not even broken, but
it wasn't even broken.
But I got a whooping just for touching. But I remember being so scared for 3 hours, you know, because I spent 3 hours trying to fix the goddamn.
Were you tall enough to reach the thing? You just didn't know it clicked, so like, what was it?
No, I was, I wasn't tall enough to reach it on my own, but put the chair there and everything.
But you just didn't realize it. That's all it took.
I didn't realize for the whole time. He clicked it, and then just pushed it.
Damn.
And he said,
that's sadistic too.
Don't touch my window.
Right.
Did he go play the organ afterwards?
Hilarious.
Yeah, then he went.
Nah, his dad. Nah, really talking. So his dad. He can't really play the organ, but when he beats everybody or when he's sad about some shit, he goes to this piano that he has that's been there for years. He just starts. It's a church. He just starts playing it.
He tell you, my dad has a full church organ in the
They
corner.
got beat to the Phantom of the Opera.
I know.
And pretty much. And he'll go sit and play for hours
after he beats somebody.
Especially after he whips you, he'll go play some church hymn with one finger.
He just
with one finger.
Yeah, he just does this.
With one finger, guys.
That's gotta be some of the craziest shit I've ever heard.
And then when he's finished, he covers it up. And then he gets out of the chair. And then he goes to eat dinner.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Crazy
that is the
thing.
funniest thing.
My way.
That would be so funny to see.
My head is hot.
Hey. We might be shooting.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Might have to
He said,
film that.
He's like, "Where's my food?" And then he'll go eat and then go to bed. Like nothing happened, guys.
Oh, that's funny.
Many of the nights we've seen, when we heard the organ, it's like, oh, he's sad about something.
You
don't
guys
go
all
outside.
know.
What happened
No,
at work
for real,
today?
because you'll hear
Plays.
when you hear the organ, it's like, oh, don't talk to him.
Don't talk to him.
Oh my god,
He's
that's
stressed
funny.
about something. His car part didn't come in or something, you know?
Yeah.
They don't want to send my part at work. They want to stress me out.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Hilarious.
That is too funny.
I guess he
We're
played
gonna
the
take a break,
organ.
right? Take a short intermission.
Yeah, we can go ahead and jump in this, whatever. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, not too long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be letting you guys know I'm gonna be leaving, unfortunately, but just to share some promo what I got going on.
let's do
Yeah.
it.
Tonight I'm at the Royale Comedy in Pasadena. It's
Okay.
at 10 o'clock with my man Vince Royale, who's on the show on Tuesday. Let me make sure I get the show info correct.
You get that right, because we might all be out.
Oh, Cass is hanging out tonight.
Oh yeah, we might have to.
Cass is pulling up tonight.
Pasadena.
Nah, we just
in the
gonna
Dina?
In the
leave,
Dina.
leave.
It's 1194 East Walnut Street. Yeah, Royale Comedy Show, 10 o'clock. A bunch of my comics, myself,
Walnut Street, that sound white.
Vince Royale. It might be a white area, but you know, Pasadena is nice, pleasant
Nah,
to me.
Pasadena.
Yeah, so you want to hit me up at Nick of Comedy if y'all want to come to the show. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all next week. It's called the Royale Comedy Show. Nick of Comedy. Nick of Comedy.
Hit
One
me up
word.
at nickofcomedy.com.
Nick of Comedy. I gotta get my ofs.
It's like you said, nigga comedy.
Right. I do. I gotta work on
Like,
that.
you sure it's in Pasadena, not like Inglewood? Like,
No. At Nick of Comedy. One word.
hilarious, nigga comedy.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
Peace.
Low-key, I was gonna text you and be like, it's Yo, what's going on? Just wipe my butt. We back on.
What up?
Out here working.
Yes.
Yeah, but we back. So
He's
yeah, we're gonna
working.
touch up on a couple things. I know you had a little theory of that we wanted to get into, a little conspiracy theory, Mr. Off Cam Ed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed. Well, the cases of the. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get our channel flagged. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
The cases are up, you know, and I noticed that
The Decepticons.
Let's see.
not
Let's hear
everyone
this
is really, you know, sick. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like
It's mild.
these tests. I think like some of them are negative, and they're coming up positive. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because they want people spending more. Because if you're home,
Yeah.
like for the the period, the
Yeah.
break period, you're gonna order stuff, you're gonna order
Amazon,
food. There you
Instacart.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazon.
And Amazon, if you look at their numbers now, the
Oh my
numbers
gosh.
have upticked like crazy.
Jeff Bezos is
So,
kicking it.
You
You
know?
might be right.
Yeah, I
about that.
think what's going on is they're trying to maybe stimulate the economy without a stimulus check by getting just people to spend simply because they're home. You know,
But what's the end goal?
Yeah.
taxes. You collect more from taxes. You get the companies. I don't know if behind closed doors they're telling the companies and Amazon, hey, listen, we got a stimulus for you too. How are you gonna do it? Well,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of people staying home
Hmm.
lately because you're gonna see the cases.
Now, how do you feel about the USPS and the whole
They
getting
get
our free test if people signed up for it?
Well, that's the thing. So these free
Like 4
tests,
free tests,
people
yeah.
sign up, they get it. How many of them are gonna say negative? How many are gonna say positive? These free tests.
They're home tests, right?
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, home test.
You know,
I mean,
so
I
they're
can go
gonna
swab
get
my
it.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you're gonna see. Last I checked, there was like 700,000 new cases. That's never been
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
it's
the whole
crazy.
country.
Yeah, they had almost 50,000 cases in like one day.
Meanwhile, if you're looking at the ticker for Amazon
Mm-hmm.
and other stores, it's like going through the roof. So it's a little crazy. It's something for people to think about. When you take that test, are you really?
I be questioning it
Yeah,
too. Like
that's
when you
true.
go, like they don't. I mean, I don't have to put my information in anymore.
Uh-huh.
But like you'll go to get a test and like, what's your ethnicity? I'd be like, why?
You know?
Like no, I never
Like,
ever questioned it. But for this, I'm like, but why?
You know?
They're like, what?
I think on some it even said I'm getting the booster. I don't have a problem with the vaccine. But one of the questions it was asking was, "What's your ethnicity?" So, what do you guys need this for?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, what you about to
that's
give me?
kinda odd.
You know,
Yeah.
what is
Right.
this for? You know, I guess if
Oh, you're African American? Give him the Tuskegee.
exactly, you know,
Ah, that's wrong.
and or even with the test, it's asking ethnicity. I think if you're
You
minority.
would prefer not to answer.
I think it's most
Yeah.
likely gonna come up positive. You're gonna stay home, quarantine. You're not gonna get in trouble with work because you have to quarantine.
Yeah.
But
that's
you're
true.
gonna be
Facts.
spending more because you're home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ordering stuff, food, Uber. Uber Eats.
Nah,
Yeah.
nigga, they gonna deal with me.
Order out.
I'm getting my food.
Yeah.
So I think it's a way for them to, right now, I don't have a problem with them doing. Again, I have nothing against the powers that be or the Illuminati. I'm do what you gotta do. But I
As
see
he's
what
throwing
you're
up the
doing,
rock, he was
you
like,
know?
I see you, but
I see
do
what
you
you're
gotta
doing,
do.
and if it's gonna work, I'm okay with it. I'm just saying.
It's a thought.
You know.
Yeah, because what happened to the regular cold?
You know.
And then people were getting cold symptoms, and then they're like, "Oh, it's COVID."
'Cause
Here's-
it's crazy.
I have another conspiracy
yeah.
for you guys, but you're gonna have to wait till next week. It's about the flu and the cold. If you look at the numbers,
Okay,
and we'll get into that next week.
let's do that.
Flurona.
Yeah.
Flurona.
Flurona, I see you. There's
Man.
no Flurona. But I mean, I don't know.
Like, how did I get How did I get the 19
Yeah.
and end up in this threesome?
Yeah, like, how did it
Omarion,
mix?
you got
Right,
the,
yeah.
How did they
Omarion.
hybrid mix?
Next week we about to have the Megatron.
You know,
A new name?
that is interesting. My whole life, a cold has always been a cold. It never
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
You can have a bad cold or you can have a mild cold.
Yeah.
But I never heard of anything. Like I never heard any flu changing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Even when we heard the swine flu and all that, those came from
H1N1.
animals.
Yeah.
You know, and it was other stuff done to make humans susceptible to it. So that's a little worrisome. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just a little weird that every month we seem to have a new
variant.
And then up until this point in my life, I had never experienced any new diseases.
You know.
So that's just kind of strange.
H1N1.
And
All
here's the
H1N1,
thing.
swine flu, bird flu.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not against what they're doing, but it seems like to me the new variants are just they're just, I don't want to say a distraction. It's just like if everything's not going
write-offs.
back to normal, then and
They're
they need more
extending it
time.
out.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
They're extending it out longer.
Okay, now we need a new
They're
We
like,
need a new
crap, we
one.
don't have the
We need a new
funds
one.
yet.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh crap, we don't have the. We gotta
Make
get this
these
going before.
tests positive, because they have the
Right.
new one, you know?
I know they
It's-
send out COVID tests.
Yeah.
It's just like the voting system. It's like, what do you vote? Like,
Right.
I need a retest. like Al Gore, I need a retest. All of Florida, I need a retest.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
so
And be like negative, but really you're positive.
You know?
Or
Or
positive,
positive,
but you're negative. Yeah.
False
he,
positive.
False
he is
positive,
positive.
yeah.
He's positive, but on his Instagram, he be out. So we need him to go out and spread this shit.
You know.
Like, maybe everything.
And then what's interesting is some states obviously are mandatory. Some states,
It's
majority of them aren't.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
how
they-
does that mix?
I feel like they plot and scheme too, because I remember when at one point there was like a surge, and it was after a huge like Meg Thee Stallion like concert. It was in like Chicago. She had a concert. You know, people weren't wearing masks. Yada yada yada. They go in there after they bring everything down. Like, okay, people can go back out again. Have this big ass concert. You know the demographic is highly black, Hispanic.
Yeah.
Is up in there.
Yeah.
And then after everything started spreading again, now they having a lockdown again. It's like, why'd you allow that to happen?
Yeah.
Because you knew they were gonna get into
They
our
were
community.
just
They're
gonna
getting into
shut
our
it down.
communities.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so.
That's true. That's like every time I go to Arizona, it's like it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
So it's like you walk around, everybody's like
Not even
not
wearing
wearing
No
yeah.
shot,
wearing masks.
no
Some people-
mask.
Like I went when
Kinda.
I went to go get my car fixed. I get there in the morning, and the guy who was supposed to be the service advisor, they're like, "Oh, he already left home early. He caught COVID," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And here I am with my mask on, and nobody's wearing a mask. And then the guy that was helping me didn't have a mask on. I come back a couple hours later, and I'm like, "Well, where's so and so?" And they were like, "He was a supervisor, but he went home because he caught COVID."
But he
And
just
I'm
walking
like,
around with no mask.
but you telling me you don't have a mask, like, you know, nobody, they're
Whatever.
they're
out
like,
there.
we're down. I was like,
no.
was
Think a
my
lot of-
car fixed?
You think a lot of kids are skipping on school with the
Yeah.
COVID excuse?
Oh hell yeah!
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you
sure.
imagine?
I
Oh
would've
man,
worked
if
that
I
to
would have
death,
had
nigga.
this.
For
Oh
sure.
my God, I would have abused
I
this.
mean, yeah.
Me too. Every day I would have
Can
felt
you
sick.
imagine?
I would have been like,
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I feel because the
Oh.
rule is
I'll go to school, just not on test days. Like, never go
rule
on.
is if you don't
never,
feel
I'm never
good,
making a
stay
test
home
again.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't feel good, stay home. I would have worked that. To
And they don't know how long. They can't really pinpoint.
You can
10
manipulate it
days
too.
or
You can be
whatever.
like, oh, I have COVID. Oh, I'm still sick. Oh, now I'm depressed. Like, I'm just making up. I mean, I'm just keep it going. Like,
Now I
Part
got
of it.
quarantine
all
for
the-
two
Yeah.
I'm
weeks.
part of it.
now I got to quarantine for 3 months for my
Yeah.
mental health.
I'd use all the symptoms. I can't smell
I
this
use all
time.
the symptoms.
I can't taste.
Right.
Oh, I have a cough. Oh, I have a headache. My fever. I would have used everything slowly, one by one. I would have used it like on all the weekends, every Friday.
Every Friday, right.
Friday, and then I get 14 days.
That's
Then
funny.
when I come back that Friday, another 14
You COVID
days.
to give yourself a
Can you
980 work
imagine?
schedule. Like, I only come to work 4 days every other week. Like,
Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine this in high school.
yeah, this happened to me in college. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
That's fact. They can try to do that online shit. I'd be like, yeah, see, you know, COVID is taking over my Wi-Fi reception. I don't have antivirus protection on my computer, so
Yeah, but I,
I can't
feel like
block
with
in
college,
the COVID.
I feel like with college you could kind of work it to your advantage, you know.
can.
So any college students
He
out
said
there,
nah.
work it. If you're doing remote,
Yeah.
the teacher's
I hate
probably
remote.
not paying attention either, you know. So just work it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
they're
ain't like-
probably grading the easiest they've ever graded in years. You know.
Could you imagine though if they were like, for example, like we have these cameras right here. If they were just like, all right, you guys, we're gonna have you take a test. Take this camera, put one here, and put one here, so they could
Yeah.
just watch you.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I still
I
find a
could
way.
like
I'm
that.
like, what these angles looking like? Okay, I can still fit this right here. yeah.
All you gotta do is bump the camera and then look at the answers
Ah.
and then put it back
Ah.
up.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
fault, y'all.
Oh, 2 plus
Be
2
like,
is 4.
Okay.
like,
bump the camera.
bump the camera.
Easy
Be
work.
like,
My bad, y'all. When I have a nervous twitch, like, somehow I just got Tourette's. I just got it today.
got Tourette's, yeah. Well, my niece that's in college right now, her professors, like 2 of them, sent emails. They're like, we caught COVID, so there's no class.
See.
my
Yeah,
supervisor.
so the professors even, I was like, she was all
Work.
excited.
What can you
They're
do?
gonna work it too, because
Yeah.
they're gonna get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
You
gonna get
tenure,
paid.
like
I was
you
like,
chilling.
man.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna come back like, oh shit, I don't want to deal with this paperwork. All right, you know, if anybody could just send me this report on this last page, you getting an A.
Anybody.
You got an
Yeah.
A.
It's a group effort.
Yep.
You know?
We had 70 people put in on this 5-page paper.
Yeah.
Everybody put their 2 cents in.
You know?
So the conspiracy is. Oh,
That's
okay.
random.
I like that one. That was a good one.
That's funny. But I can't, like I said, I can't say it's real or not. Like, it's because
Yeah, guys, take
Yes.
everything
Yeah.
I say with a grain of salt.
this is just an opinion, thoughts,
Leave your comments.
Yeah.
expression.
Please, yeah, please.
Leave your
a
opinion.
comment.
Yeah, leave your
Please
opinion.
leave
Leave
a
your comments. We're curious to know if you have some real insight, though. You know.
And how
DM
much
us.
Amazon have you ordered? You know, if
You
any
still
of you tested positive, leave a comment. You know.
Right.
How much Amazon have you
Yeah.
ordered?
How much
Right.
Amazon?
I'm doing it
have
right
you-
now. No,
What if they had? What if they had your Amazon buys tied to your COVID test? They're like, we know this person spends a lot.
Yeah.
They probably do. I
probably-
mean,
This
they
person
probably
spent
do. I wouldn't be
$800
surprised.
last week on random drink, like $800 on drinks.
What do you guys think about the credit score system?
My credit's gone up.
No,
but,
no, not your actual credit. Like I think it's called social credit system. I'm sorry, social credit system. So they have it in China right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It launched last.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Last year.
I think
Oh,
2
wow.
years ago. I think they launched a soft launch was 2 years
So
ago.
what
I think
exactly?
last year. So they basically use all of your data to give you a general credit score, social score. So including what you shop for, what you buy. If you get into an argument at Taco Bell, that's going to be on your social credit report.
Also, if you
Social
have
credit?
good connections with other good people.
Right. If
Yeah.
you watch films that are frowned upon with the government, it lowers your credit score.
Social credit?
Yeah,
Social
so
credit.
they launched it in China,
Wow.
and just so y'all, it's coming this way. So you can
It is.
take that how you want
Nigga.
it, but it's coming this way.
Oh
Wow.
no, it's coming. It's probably gonna come by next week on my
Once that
YouTube.
5G kicks in.
Like,
5G.
5G.
So
The
how do you guys
5G.
think? How you
The
guys think
5G.
you do on your social credit score? Like if it
I think I do good
I would do
because
pretty well. I would do well actually.
Again,
now.
Yeah.
Not
I'm-
in college, but now.
I think I'm not against the Illuminati. So whatever you guys are doing, I'm with it. Whatever it is.
I'm following the
I'm not
guidelines.
following.
I'm following.
But
I'm not giving no blood, but
I'm not speaking against you guys. Do what you got to do. Keep us going.
Keep us going. Keep us
going.
living.
Whatever
Keep
money
us
you're throwing
going.
out there,
Keep us going. Keep,
Keep
us
keep us
living.
going. Keep us afloat.
Keep us afloat.
Yeah.
Because we got to beat China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you guys are
They
gonna
only
beat
got-
China, I'm
They
good.
only got like
Now, what do you
2.8
think about
billion
the
people more
5G?
than us. Like,
That's supposed to roll
If
out.
if they want it, they can have it. It's fine.
no way we're gonna beat China.
I mean,
Yeah, we're beating
Nah,
China.
bro.
Let me tell
In
you something
what?
about China.
Okay.
It's a massive country, and they're upset at us because
communist
they
country, too.
spent decades trying to beat us with population. That's why they didn't mind growing so big, but they found out too late that
We fucking
they're
too
not
much.
going to beat us because they lack creativity. So they do have good education, but their education is actually based on repetition,
Right.
which is the worst way to build creativity.
Right.
Over here,
They're not
with
creative.
education, they don't care if you don't memorize it. They just say, hey, listen, get to this point, and whatever you're passionate about, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. Go open a business, get a bank loan, we'll give it
Right.
to you. But China doesn't do that. They're going too much by the book. Communism never wins in terms of creativity because they
Not at
want
all.
everybody to be the same thing.
It's kind of like
So-
you have your tiers. They're here. Everybody's in their
Yeah.
positions. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, with that said, China, I think, realized they made a mistake. They have the big population, no creativity, and we just keep on beating them in every turn because we have the creativity,
Right.
which is why they took out crypto, because crypto is a currency built. It benefits creativity. So now they know that, hey, listen, oh shit, if there's another country we're competing with in cryptocurrency and they have the creativity and we don't, they're gonna eventually siphon all of our money.
Kill all of them.
So that's why they eliminated cryptos, because they realized that it's something that eventually benefits creativity.
Meanwhile,
with
they
creativity.
changed the Staples Center to
So they'll never be able to
crypto.com.
beat us unless they have to do two things. They have to let their citizens think for themselves,
Right.
or
Nope.
They ain't gonna do that.
or install democracy, which they're never gonna do, because the people at the top just want the power for themselves. So they,
Right. I'm gonna keep the power. My family's
Keep
gonna
it-
keep the power. You gonna
yeah.
stay where you at.
and they know this. They
Yeah.
know this, which is why they're trying their best to see if there is a way to finagle out of it. But there's no way. You have to give the people liberty. You have to let them be creative. You have to let them think for themselves. Otherwise, a handful of 300 million people opposed to your 1.8 billion that cannot think for themselves will never be able to beat us. It's impossible.
We're gonna
So
win.
they got. I mean, they can install this social credit thing. It's like, I think that's what they're thinking. Maybe this is our way around it. If we tell them, hey, if you're a
Social
good
credit
citizen
score.
on
Yeah.
your own decision, maybe you can creatively think of ways to be a good citizen with this social credit scoring thing.
Yeah.
But it's not enough. You have to let them be financially independent and have liberties, but they're never going to do that. So.
They're never gonna do that.
You know. The only thing is, only thing we have to avoid is going to war with them. If we ever go to war with them, we're in trouble because their army
They got
outnumbers
numbers.
our population. so we that's the only thing.
Yeah, unless we just start.
Which is why
laying bombs.
you always see politicians skating around
I ain't trying to go war with China.
saying something bad about China all the time.
We ain't trying to have that war problem.
Yeah, they don't want that. China's ready for it though. For sure.
They are. They
been
they
waiting.
probably got more warriors than we do people.
Yeah, they do. Their women's
This
military.
is not even
Yeah.
touching the people that are just working.
Yeah, their
Like,
women's military is
Yeah.
like 314 million. Their
Yeah.
men's military is like 367 million. You know,
Wow.
in combined they have like 600 million.
'cause they have like a total. They have like what 3.8 billion people there. in a
Yeah,
total?
you know.
Like
Yeah.
So we just don't want to go to war with it.
India
If we ever
right
do,
by-
we lose
India
for
booming
sure.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
India booming.
I ain't too worried about India though.
Ada, did you have one more topic?
I think we.
No. I think we're tying down with that conspiracy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So on that note, you guys, we've
Yeah.
heard some conspiracies. We've heard some stuff about what may be happening with the 19,
20,
22,
21,
23, 25,
26.
Omarion Decepticon, like
Omarion
Decepticons.
And his girlfriend Florana.
Florana, yeah.
Florana.
Florana be out there, boy. She coming too. She's a twin.
She's a little loose, huh?
She little.
She's a little loose.
How loose is your goose? Nah.
Right?
But yeah, so we're gonna go around the room. Everybody who's here, go ahead and announce what you got going on, or where you want people to find you. If you want them to find you, we're gonna start it off with the lady here, Miss A. Dot.
Yes. Check me out at A.Laughs, ADOTLAUGHS, Instagram. And then also please follow our Instagram, which is _no-name-podcast.
Yeah,
Yup.
don't forget that. Follow Rollout Digital as well.
And
Yes.
you know, it's me, Ed. I'll be back next week for another session. You can follow me on Instagram at offcamed. And of course, please subscribe to our channel. It takes nothing to subscribe. Just hit that button.
It takes nothing at all. Just
Yes.
push the goddamn button.
Yes.
Man, I'm your boy William Basham. You can find me on majority of my platforms at William Basham. So Instagram, it's William Basham. YouTube, TikTok, William Basham. And then if you guys are into fitness, you can follow my Now Fitness pages. TikTok and Instagram are both William Basham Fitness. So definitely check those things out. Got some fun stuff coming up this year for everybody. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
looking for the win. So with that being said, we are the No Name Podcast, where no name can describe this greatness, and we are out.
Peace.
All right.
I was making sure we all